Welcome to Munchkin Land, a show where we sit around and play board games, and this week we are back into the Arkham Horror Living card game, and our path to Carcosa is going to take us to Paris, Brad.
Paris?
Yes,
all right.
Where it all started.
The City of Lights.
The City of Lights as we take on a Phantom of Truth.
The City of Yellow Lights.
Yes. Why don't we just get into it? So the thing is, check our campaign log. If the king claimed its victims, read intro 1, otherwise read intro 2.
The king did not claim victims.
Well, the king did not claim its victims. We will skip to intro 2.
There you go.
It's been several weeks since the events in the asylum, and you're still no closer to the truth about the King in Yellow and Carcosa. You have scoured the city for signs of the others Daniel had mentioned, the ones who are opening the path to Carcosa, but found nothing. Either the trail has gone cold, or they're no longer in Arkham. Perhaps Daniel truly was insane, and you are only following him deeper down the rabbit hole. Every night you toss and turn as you are subjected to the vivid dreams of Carcosa. Its black stars, twin suns, shattered moons, twisted spires, green clovers, purple horseshoes. So now we're going to have a dream sequence.
All right.
A crazy dream sequence. Dream 1. You fall through the empty abyss of Holly. Hallie? Creatures of unknown and impossible origin lurk just beyond the darkness of your sight. Hastur looms above you, magnificent and yet bound in his prison of madness, manipulating your torturous descent with a sole outstretched arm. Each investigator has earned the lost soul weakness. Does not count to your deck size. Shuffle 1 copy of this weakness into each investigator's deck. Continue to dream 2. We've already done that.
Yes.
Okay. Dream 2. This is the other thing that's a little bit weird about this, is the dream is not in like sequential order. They've scattered it all over, so it's like a crazy choose your own adventure thing.
Don't get lost.
It's certainly madness. Constance takes your hands and pulls you onto the polished dance floor. This is still in your dream. Come now, don't be shy. Tonight's the night for dancing, for celebration. Check your campaign log. If the king claimed its victims, continue to dream 8.
The king did not claim his victims.
If the above is not true, if you intruded on a secret meeting, continue to dream 3.
We did intrude on a secret meeting.
So we will go to dream 3. If it isn't our esteemed guest, the man with the mustache and the silver-handled cane says. He grabs a bottle of wine from the nearby countertop and pours you a glass. I hear you've taken quite the interest in our little production, he says with a smile. Tell me, how are you enjoying Act 2 so far? Continue to dream 6. Dream 6. The lights of the theater dim and a spotlight shines on the stage. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, the creature exclaims. Its many tentacles reach across the stage, up to the rafters, and throughout the aisles. It tears the curtains down. The tattered red cloth falls over its bulbous form. Ooh, we've kind of experienced that. Check your campaign log. If the police are suspicious of you, continue to dream 7.
No, we chose not to go to the police.
Okay,
so
otherwise we are going to go to dream 8. You peer in the mirror, and the stranger peeks back at you. His gaze drills into your mind. The mirror shatters. Check your campaign log. If there are 3 or fewer tally marks under chasing the stranger, continue to dream 9.
There are 3 tally marks there.
Okay, so if there are 3 or fewer, we go to dream 9. You chase the stranger through the dark, chilly passageways composed of hundreds of thousands of skeletal bodies. Skulls watch as you run, their mouths rattling and mocking taunt as you pass. The stranger reaches a solid wall of bone and is grabbed by bony hands and pulled into the wall. Their mocking laughs reach an awful crescendo. Proceed to dream 13. Dream 13. Daniel's voice calls out to you. They are opening the path to Carcosa. Awakening. You awake from your fitful dream, sweaty and gagging. This cannot go on any longer. You have only one option if you were to continue your investigation. You must find Nigel Ingram, director of the King in Yellow and architect of this madness. Only he will have the answers you seek. You pack your bags and plan your trip to Paris, the City of Lights. Check your campaign log. If Jordan Perry is listed under VIPs interviewed, proceed to Jordan's information.
He is not.
Wow. Lots of dreams, lots of interpretations that can be done.
Yeah.
I'm sure as we play this game, listeners, you will find out if those dreams are real or if they're just a figment of our imagination.
I think we got an interesting clue in those dreams.
I think so. Maybe a couple.
Yeah.
So the interesting thing is the setup. We are using the candelabra, the half moon, and the half seahorse, the crazy fossilized monster, the squid heads, the yellow sign, and one that we haven't seen, or probably maybe we have seen it in the Dunwich Legacy, but we're actually using the Midnight Masks encounter deck, which came with the original set.
Okay.
So in all the sets that we've played, we've always been using cards from those expansions and maybe some few from the group deck. But we're into our second expansion, and it's telling us to pull from the Midnight Mask, which I think is kind of cool.
Nice.
Check your campaign log if you have more or equal doubt than conviction.
No, we have more conviction.
If you have more conviction than doubt, search the gathered encounter sets for both copies of Black Star's Rise and both copies of False Lead and remove them from the game, which we have. During this scenario, use Act 1, The Parisian Conspiracy version 2, which we have. Choose one or then we choose some random locations and we put everything into play, which we have.
Okay.
Put the remaining locations into play. Each investigator begins at the Gare d'Orsay, as they say.
That's not as they say, but okay. We'll take it.
Okay. Set the double-sided The Organist enemy aside out of play. If there are any remaining copies of Lost Soul Weakness, set them aside out of play. Shuffle the remainder of the encounter cards to build the encounter deck, which we have done. Do not read until we get to the end.
All right.
All right. So agenda. Oh, maybe we should explain. Last time, my character died. Or he was committed to the asylum.
Yes, yeah. As your
as my characters often
tend to do. Yes.
So if you're in a campaign, you can add another character, but there are some stipulations. First of all, your new character can come into play, and it shouldn't be a character that you've used in the campaign. So Skids O'Toole isn't going to miraculously show back up, and neither is Pretty Becky the librarian.
Right.
Or Daisy Walker, sorry.
Daisy Walker.
But
Pretty Becky was what her boss called her on days off.
So I have brought in a character, and when you're building your deck, you can only use 0 level cards.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a setback this late in the game because we're just past the halfway point.
Yeah.
So the character that I chose, because you're really good at investigating, I figured we need a murder machine.
All right.
And so I went with Zoey Samaras.
Oh, Zoey is nice.
She is the chef. She is a believer. She's a hunter. She has an immediate action after you become engaged with an enemy. Gain 1 resource, which is pretty cool. And then her sign symbol is the effect is +1 if this skill test is successful during an attack. That attack damage adds 1 damage to it. So that's pretty cool. The deck is set up in the regulation size. I've got a lot of weapons in my deck because if she's going to be a murder machine, she needs those knives. She's a chef, right? She needs knives and machetes and everything else that she can get her hands on. So that's in my deck. A couple of things about her background card that I want to mention just really quickly. It says that she knows she's been special since God talked to her at a young age, and she is convinced that God is telling her to go out at night and kill monsters, which is fine, except it kind of conflicts with the events in the Arkham Horror book, the Tales and Adventures of Madness, the investigators of Arkham Horror, where in this one, she's going home at night from work, and she decides to go down another alley, and she passes an open doorway, and she sees a bunch of chochos carving up a guy.
Whoa.
Yeah, long pig, right? And eating him.
Yeah.
And she has a freak out.
She's like, guys, that's not how you do that.
Yeah. No, I think according to the book, they were carving it up correctly, but it was a man and not a beast. And so she kind of has a psychotic break. And then when she's at church, she suddenly has this flash that God is telling her to go and kill monsters. So what I have a feeling that's going on is the book has been really good at about telling really solid backstories about the characters in here. So what I think has happened is you read The Investigators of Arkham Horror, you learn about Zoey, and then this is sometime later where she's just like, look, God's put me on this mission. I'm a murder machine. Let's murder.
Yeah, makes sense.
Let's kill monsters.
Yeah.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say, I was going to explain how Lola met
Yeah,
Zoey.
so I think that's what we need to know is how is Lola and Zoey, how are they hooked up in this
As you
crazy
recall
thing?
that when Lola and Daniel escaped from the asylum, that they holed up in a little room. They rented a little room in a boarding house. And during that time, because it took a while for Daniel to recover and then be mysteriously murdered. What a shame.
Yeah.
During that time, Lola was visiting and getting food from the Zoe's diner. And they struck up a friendship. And it turns out that, they were having these same dreams.
Very cool.
And
so Zoe's just going to pack up her bag of knives and run off to Paris with you.
God has told me to come join you in your Paris dreams.
So depending on how cards come out or not come out, there is one card that I did specifically add into this deck. Obviously, there's Zoe's Cross, which is a required card, but I also decided to add in a Rosary, which is a neck slot, which conflicts with the Cross because you can't have two neck slot items. But the Rosary gives her +1 to her willpower.
So she's got some mystic cards in there too.
Yeah, she's got only one mystic card.
Okay.
The rest are all
Guardians.
Rogue and Guardian cards. Mostly Guardian, 1 or 2 Rogue cards, and then the 1 Mystic card. And so this deck is kind of a combination of the starter deck that the Player's Guide recommends, as well as one that I found online that was just like, hey, if you wanted to be a murder machine, you need to have like 2 machetes, 2 knives, 2 kukris, 2 all of these things. And I'm like, okay, I'll put all this in. And unfortunately, I don't own 2 copies of the starter set.
Right.
Which is
a
much longer conversation, right? That we can talk about at another time. But I was able to replace items that I didn't have doubles of with some other cards that are very similar. That's why the Rosary's in there. I've got a 45 in there as well. But she's a murder machine deck.
Nice.
You also, in between sessions, in the ensuing weeks that Lola has been, skulking around Arkham, you also decided to change out some things.
She learned a lot from Daniel. We'll talk about this. So you might recall that I had 7 experience points. I cashed in big on experience points.
Oh, did you? Did you use them all?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So as the cards come up, and I also have adaptable. So I've got a couple of 0-cost cards that I've swapped out and then I've got these other cards I spent some experience on. As they come up, we'll talk about them.
Okay.
So they're very cool.
All right. Yeah. All right. So we have read the things that we need to do. We need to get to Paris. So let us read the agenda deck. The first night, as you step off the train at Gare d'Orsay, the sun sinks below the Paris skyline. You cannot waste any time. If Nigel Ingram is somewhere in Paris, you have to find him and wring the answers from him one way or another. While you have more conviction than doubt, which we do, this agenda gains when checking the doom threshold. Doom on cards other than this agenda subtract from the total doom in play instead of adding to it. So, if we have to put a doom on like a card over here or something, if this card is at 3, it actually means it's at 2. Or you've got something that I think that you put doom
I've got
on.
Blood Pact, so I can load stuff onto Blood Pact, and that'll keep the agenda from advancing.
All right, sounds fair.
Yeah.
The act says, The Parisian Conspiracy, version 2. You pass the church of St. Barnaby as you exit from the train station and cannot help but overhear the organ playing. Is there a sermon this late in the evening? You marvel at the wild and strange chords for a moment before continuing. Paris is a big city, and you have very few leads. Objective. Spend the requisite number of clues to advance. Also, you can do the objective at the end of this round if there are 3 or more doom in play, advance. 2 clues per investigator, so we need to find 4 clues to advance if we want to use clues, or if the total number of doom in play is at 3 at the end of the round, we advance. Okay. We are playing on easy, and we are starting down there in the Grand Oray. So, Brad, why don't you read that and let us know?
All right. So my French isn't much better than Stephen's, but it is better than Stephen's.
Oh, that's what you say.
So here we are at the Gare d'Orsay. This is the Paris railway station. Built in 1900, this train station was the first urban station in the world to use only electric trains. I find that hard to believe. So you could not reach this by steam rail You had to go to a different steam station.
Okay.
That seems odd.
That's
to me,
kind of
but
cool.
I'll take their word for that. All right. So here, this location is a Shroud of 4. There is 1 clue per investigator.
All right.
As an action, you can spend 1 resource to move to any rail location. That's interesting.
Oh, so there are, if we look on here, there's rail locations. Rail location, rail location.
No.
That's not a rail location?
No, that's the Grand Guignol.
Oh, okay. So there's a rail location. Here's a rail location. Here's a rail location. So we could jump from here all the way over to here.
Okay.
By spending a resource.
Okay, yeah.
And this is a rail station, so
okay.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
All right. The flavor text, you'd expect the station to be bustling, but it is eerily abandoned, save for a few passengers who wander the station in slow, meandering steps. That's weird.
Shroud of 4.
Shroud of 4.
My willpower is at 4. My intellect, which you need to test for clues, is only at 2.
Okay.
My fighting's at 4, though, and my agility is 2. So evading monster is going to be a little bit harder for me.
Yeah.
But killing machine, Brad.
Nice. Listen, I need to mulligan, dude. I've got a weakness.
I'm going to mulligan a couple of things, too.
I've got a weakness and some lame cards. So I'm going to set my... I can never remember how to do this. So I'm going to set my weakness aside, and I'm going to shuffle my lame cards into the deck. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to do that or not, but...
Aren't you supposed to shuffle your weakness into?
No, you definitely set the weakness aside.
Oh, okay.
Because you don't want to... You just keep... You can mulligan weaknesses away.
Okay.
You cannot start with a weakness.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll shuffle the 3 that I'm going to get rid of. And get 3 more.
All right. 3 new cards for me.
And who wants to be the lead investigator?
Oh, I can do that.
Okay.
I'm fine with that. All right. I'm going to shuffle this weakness into my deck here.
Oh, because they don't want you to accidentally shuffle it back up to the top or something.
They don't want you to keep... I mean, you could keep drawing it over and over again. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that was actually a better draw for me.
Oh, I got a really good card.
Except I need a lot of resources right now. That's okay, because when I engage enemies, I get a resource.
All right. Well, I'm going to start by playing one of my new cards.
Okay.
So I'm going to spend 2 resources.
Oh, what are you going to start off as?
Oh, I'm starting off... I'm sorry. You're right. I'm going to start off as...
Actors.
A seeker.
Okay.
This is how I spend most of my time in this game. I'm going to spend 2 resources and play my upgraded version of No Stone Unturned. Here's the old version of this. This is a fast action I can play during any lightning bolt player window, so this is not one of my actions. Choose an investigator at your location. That investigator searches his or her deck for a card, draws it, and shuffles his or her deck. The old version of this used to be like you search the top 6 cards.
Oh, right.
For the card you're looking for.
So now you go search the whole
search
deck.
the whole deck, and the card I'm searching for is Dark Horse.
Oh, okay. Which is an incredible card to have. I think whether you are a, whether you're the Lola character or whether you're just another one of the, what's that card group called? The survivors.
Yeah. And so Dark Horse. Oh, I can't play it unless I am a survivor, though. So I'll
Okay,
just
but you
put
can
that
put
in
it in
my
your
hand.
hand.
I'll put it in my hand. I guess if I started as a seeker, then I
You
can switch
change,
to
right?
survivor.
Isn't that what you are able to
Yeah,
do?
but I'm not sure I want to do that yet anyway.
But you want to grab some clues, right?
Yeah, I don't know if I've got let me see if I've got a seeker card to play. Maybe I may just switch. Let's see here. One more shuffle just for good measure.
Shuffle them all back to the way they were.
That's right. All right. Yeah, okay, I'm going to do that. So as my free switch, so I started as a seeker, I'm going to free switch to survivor. Spend 3 to play Dark Horse. So Dark Horse says, during the upkeep phase, you may choose not to gain resources, and while you have no resources, which I now do because I burned them all, while you have no resources in your resource pool, you get +1 will, +1 intellect, +1 fight, and +1 agility.
Okay.
So good for me.
So that was your second action?
That was my first action. So playing No Stone Unturned is a fast.
Oh, it's a fast action.
It's a fast
okay.
action. Yep.
All right.
So my second action, I'm going to investigate, and I'm going to play Perception.
And can you You can investigate as a seeker, of course you can.
Yes. Yep. This adds 2 to it. So 3 plus 1 for Dark Horse makes me 4, plus 2 is 6, and the Shroud here is 4.
Okay.
So I'm up by 2. -1, good enough.
Awesome. So you get 1.
I get 1 clue. Now perception goes away, but I was successful, so I do draw 1 card. All right, and now I don't have that bonus, but I'm at 4 to 4. I'm even. So
fair enough.
Even odds, drawing. -1, I missed.
Okay.
All right. Well,
all right.
Sometimes you miss.
All right, so you turns over, so go ahead and flip. I think I'm going to spend 3 resources, and I'm going to bring out a machete, and then I'm going to spend 2 resources and bring out my Holy Rosary, which gets me +1 to my willpower. It doesn't help with my investigating skills. And I don't have anything that would help my investigating skills, and the Shroud is 4, my intellect is 2. Not really any point in me investigating.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go ahead and
hop on a train and go someplace?
I really don't. I think it's probably best.
Oh, you're out of resources anyway.
Yeah, and what we learned in the last game is never leave anyone behind.
Don't split the party.
So I think I'm just going to stay here with you.
Okay.
Take 1 resource and end my turn.
All right. Sounds good.
Now we go into the enemy phase. There are no enemies on the board yet. So now we get to go to the upkeep phase. So we get to flip our cards. We get to draw 1 card and gain a resource.
I will not gain a resource.
Okay. And then we move on to check your hand size.
Hand size is fine.
Then we move on to the Mythos phase. So we're going to put a Doom on the Doom track.
Okay.
And you said you were going to be the lead investigator?
Sure, what the heck.
Yeah, so you get to go ahead and draw first.
All right. Since you're new.
Since I'm new to this whole
you don't
investigating thing.
Oh, look, it's a stealthy Byakhee.
Oh, great.
Hunter, while stealthy Byakhee is exhausted, it gets -3 fight.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
So he comes in engaged with you.
Engaged with me.
All right. And I get...
The creep.
I get Frozen in Fear. Put Frozen in Fear into play in your threat area. The first time you perform one of the following... the first time you perform one of the following actions, move, fight, or evade, each round, it costs 1 additional action. At the end of your turn, test your willpower at 3. If you succeed, discard Frozen in Fear. So it would cost me 2 actions to fight that Byakhee.
Okay.
And it's got an attack of what?
Its attack is 5. Its hit points are 2.
I am tied with it. Maybe it'd be better if you evaded it, then I attacked it. Because then its stuff goes down, right?
It might be possible for me to attack it, but yeah, we could do that. Or I could evade it and then attack it. I might just attack it.
Can you do it? You said it's got a attack of 5?
Attack of 5.
So you're going to have to switch out your power, right, or not?
Right. If I switched over, I could maybe Blood Pact and raise my fight up.
And what do you have to do for the Blood Pact?
Put a Doom on here.
So the agenda then would go from 1, or the
to down
Doom
to
track
0.
would go
down to
0.
Yeah. So we're not even close to, yeah. All right, we still have to do nasty cards.
Oh, we just did our nasty cards. That's how you got your Byakhee, and that's how I got this. So now we're at the top of, or not the top of the round, we're at the investigator phase.
Oh, we are at the investigator phase. Okay, so let's talk about this. So I could put a Doom on Blood Pact.
Uh-huh.
That would raise my fight by 3. I've got a card I can play. In fact, I might play it anyway. Oh, okay. I'm going to do this. This is also one of my new cards.
Okay.
I took out, I can't remember what it was, like Lucky Strike or Fast Blow or something.
Lucky Strike.
I don't know.
Don't smoke, kids.
Pack of cigarettes. Anyway,
6 out of 10 doctors recommend Lucky Strike.
I put in, for 1 experience point, 1 each, I put in 2 copies of Mano a Mano. which I can play only as my first action. Deal 1 damage to an enemy engaged with you. This action does not provoke attacks of opportunity.
Oh,
so it's just a free hit.
Automatically gets a hit.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of a nice... The other one was like this card, if you successfully attack, do +1 damage.
Okay.
So I don't very often successfully attack.
I think Zoe's going to be giving you some dirty looks. That's my job. Murder machine.
So here's the thing. So I could put a Doom...
Yeah, might as well. I mean...
I could put a Doom on here.
Keeps the agenda from advancing, right? I mean,
right. Now what's the... Okay, the other one is...
So the act says, spend the requisite number of clues to advance, or at the end of the round, if there are 3 or more Doom in play, advance. So that would add 1 Doom to all of the Doom in play.
So not only is this making it... So if I put one here, it's going to be harder. So if I put one here, it's going to slow down
the agenda. But it's going to speed up the act.
And it's going to speed up the act. So it's like a win-win-win. It's a George Costanza win-win-win if I do this, right?
Maybe. I mean...
All right.
Go ahead and do it. I mean, this shouldn't be easy.
My fight is already 4.
I mean, we are playing on easy mode, so maybe that's... Might as well do it. I mean, because its fight is at 5. You're at 4. You put the thing on there and it increases you by, what, 2, 3?
Increases me by 3.
So you'd be up by 2. You could hit it once and kill it. And then we don't have to worry about that. Plus, I'm frozen in fear, so... And that's got a 100 keyword on it, so...
This is really weird, Stephen.
Well, this is only when our conviction is greater than our doubt. And
that means, so what that, but the way I understand that, is convictions. We've got 3 checks on the conviction.
Yeah, because we know that we're doing the right thing.
Right. We're not, doubt would be like, I think we're crazy. Conviction is that we understand.
Yeah, I think doubt would be like, is this really true? I don't know. I've been watching those crazy online conspiracy theory videos. I don't know. It just seems kind of ridiculous. Yeah. I really doubt this is really happening. It's just all coincidence.
That would mean
conviction would be, oh yeah, I've been watching those YouTube videos and this stuff is totally true, yo.
I don't know if you remember, but in the when we went to that after party,
yeah,
I killed a guy with a machete.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
Well, I can only take your word for it, right?
Yeah, no, I did.
You dragged me down into your crazy.
That's right. Yeah, you weren't there, but I killed a guy with a machete in the middle of a party.
Oh yeah, I kill people every day. I kill monsters every night.
No, this was just a guy. I
kill monsters. The Lord says not to kill man.
So I'm pretty sure he was a horrible. I was not nuts.
So I mean that keeps the agenda from advancing.
Yeah, it's weird though, Stephen.
Might as well do it. I mean, especially if it means we can get this Byakhee off our back.
All right.
And by the way, the Byakhee is the fossilized ones that I was talking about earlier.
The fossilized.
The Jurassic Park looking dudes.
All right. All right. So he has got a fight of 5. My fight is 3. 4 for Dark Horse and another 3, making it 7 for Blood Pact. So my fight is
by 2.
Yeah.
Now we did all this talk and
and we know what I'm going to draw. +1.
Oh, there you go. Dead and dead.
Byakhee. Bye-bye, Byakhee.
All right, so now you can investigate.
So that was my second action. My third action...
was your first action.
No, my first action was to play that mano a mano card.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to investigate. I'm at 4. The Shroud is at 4.
Oh, you have no bonus to your investigating?
Nope, got nothing.
No!
Skull!
Skull is on easy mode X. X is the amount of Doom in play, max 5.
2.
So 2. So you lost by 2?
Minus 2. Okay. All right. So failed.
Turn is over. Go ahead and flip your card.
All right. I think you need to move on, and then I'll catch up with you.
So move, fight, or evade is going to cost me an extra action.
Oh, what do you got to do to ditch that?
I have to, at the end of my turn, I have to test my willpower at 3, and if I succeed, then it goes away.
Okay, so if you...
So I can investigate, but my investigation is like crap.
Okay.
So what I can do is I'm going to spend 2 resources, because that doesn't cost anything. And I'm going to put in my first aid, which has 3 supplies on it. I'm getting these cards out earlier because I don't want something to come up and say, hey, discard your hand.
Yeah.
So that is my first action. My second action, I think I'm going to get a resource. And my third action, I'm just going to draw a card, Brad. I'm going to stay with you. Ooh, sweet.
All right.
Now I'm going to test. And because of my rosary, I get a +1 to my willpower. So I'm at 5 to the test of 3. And I get a 0. This goes away.
All right.
So, all right. Now I'm done.
Okay.
Enemy phase. No enemies on the table.
Yeah, I'm not liking this suddenly.
Why?
I don't know.
Because it's easy?
Yes.
Let's draw a card and get a resource.
Okay.
Let's be happy that
I'm not
things are
liking
going well
this
for us,
suddenly.
Brad.
All right. All right.
We got rid of a Biaki.
I'm not going to take a resource. Thank you very much.
All right. Then there is... we're going to place the Doom on the agenda. This means, so on this card, it says at the end of the round, this round that we just started. Okay, so it doesn't affect right now.
Okay.
If there are 3 or more Doom in play, then we advance.
Okay, so
at the end of this round, after we do all of our things, then we're going to advance the act.
Okay.
Which is what we want, right?
All right, I'm not liking this, Stephen.
Why?
Because we just advanced the act doing literally nothing.
Well, we haven't advanced it yet. I mean, we still have to now draw our nasty cards.
But we've achieved nothing, and we've advanced the act.
We're in the City of Lights, Brad. Look around.
Stephen,
Look how
you're
wonderful
full
this
of crap.
is.
You're full of crap. This is.
So I guess the question is, why is the game not wanting us to advance the agenda?
This is Mirrorland.
Mirrorland?
We're
in France.
No, we're not in France. There's nobody at the bustling.
Well, it's nighttime.
No.
The sun isn't out at nighttime, therefore electricity doesn't work at nighttime.
In the City of Lights, there's nobody at the train station, and the people who are here are shuffling around like zombies.
Have you looked at some of these cards? Like this one over here, there's like a creepy crawly thing in the middle of the street. There's like one of those squid dudes.
Jesus.
And if you look down like on this one...
Oh, there's blood all over this poster.
Yeah. And down here at the cemetery, there's like a Biaki or something on top of one of the tombstones.
Yeah.
And down here, there's like wrecked cars everywhere.
Okay, Stephen. This is garbage. This is weird.
Look, there's even a flying one silhouetted against the moon.
We started off in Crazy Land.
Okay, so why do you... I mean, what do you mean we started off in Crazy Land?
The acts are the agendas and the agendas are the acts.
Why? Why do you think that?
Because it's too easy. Because I could sit here and postpone the agenda all night long.
Yeah. Which typically what we want to do.
And I could crank. In fact, I've already done this and I've already moved the act up one.
I think you're right. And you want to know why I think you're right? Is because I just gave that example of I'm on the internet, and if I'm doubtful, I watch these crazy conspiracy theory things, and that seems weird. That doesn't seem right.
Right.
But if you believe in the conspiracy theories, then maybe you are a little crazy.
Yeah.
So maybe you're right. Maybe...
And it's because of our conviction that I can... Yeah. See, that's too easy. This is too easy. It's going to be...
Well, we're going to find out here in a minute.
No, we're not.
You need to draw an encounter card.
No, we're not. Wait, we didn't? Or did you do that?
We haven't drawn our
Isn't that when I drew that Biaki that was right here just a minute
we've started a whole other round. Remember, we haven't done anything except gain 1 clue.
Hunting Shadow.
Uh-oh.
Peril. Means you cannot help me. Curse. Revelation. You must either choose one, spend 1 clue, or take 2 damage. Okay, well, I'm spending a clue.
It doesn't matter. I mean, this is going to advance anyway.
Stephen, I don't think these clues are worth it.
It might be. We'll see. Okay, I'm going to draw one here. And I get a Screeching Biaki. Monster Biaki.
God damn it.
Prey. Lowest remaining sanity. I've got a sanity of 6.
I also have a sanity of 6.
Okay. Hunter. While engaged with an investigator with remaining sanity of 4 or fewer, the Screeching Biaki gets +1 fight and +1 evade. So I'm okay. But the thing is, this has got a victory point on it. 1 health, 2 sanity damage. So I'm going to try to kill this thing. It has a fight of 3, 4 hit points, an agility of 3. I'm a murder machine, Brad.
All right. Okay. let's talk about this.
All right, so it is your turn,
it is
or whoever wants to go first.
All right, let's talk about this. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do, Stephen. I'm going to.
Oh, hey! After you become engaged with an enemy, I gain 1 resource.
Nice, good for you. Very good. Okay, I'm going to. I can scrub my blood pact. With an event.
Okay.
So I can get rid of this.
Are you sure you want to do that?
I think I do because I think we don't want
the act to advance.
Yeah, and I think we're wasting time by looking at this clue by scrambling at this clue. Okay, so here's okay.
Okay. Okay. I will agree with you that perhaps this seems a little backwards, but I still think clues are important.
Why? Because I don't want to advance the act.
Well, just because we have clues doesn't mean we have to advance the act.
I know, but I also want to get on with. We've got to find Nigel. Okay, so here's the other thing. So in our dreams, there was a sequence with the stranger,
right?
And we were in
the catacombs. Is what it sounded
like the Parisian catacombs, and the skeletons there grabbed him,
and sucked him in, maybe over to Carcosa.
It seems to me like the catacombs. That sounds like those catacombs are a good place for us.
Yeah, but there are no catacombs.
There are no catacombs on this board, but there is.
There's Notre Dame. There's the graveyard, and there is this place, Marmont, where the crazy. Or no, that's not the. Marmont is up here.
Montparnasse. I don't know. My French is dreadful. I minored in German in college.
Yeah, me too. Well, not minor, but I took 3 classes in it.
This is the Gardens of Luxembourg Palace. So we can't go to the. Catacombs.
Well, no, there's no catacombs on here.
Right.
So that part of the dream a little weird.
Well, that stinks.
But if you remember what Daniel said.
What did Daniel say?
Daniel said whatever Elton John
Daniel,
sings.
my brother.
Yeah.
You are older than me.
Daniel says, I think it was 13. Daniel's voice calls out to you. They are opening the path to Carcosa.
Well, I know that. That's why we're doing this. All right. Okay, so Nigel. Okay, so Nigel.
He could be anywhere.
Well, Nigel is a director. So
you know what? He would hang out where the artists hang out, up here in Marmont. This one says up here, you heard in this district to be vibrant and friendly, but the streets feel unusually lonely to you. That's where...
you don't think he would be at the Grand Guignol?
Which is what
is the theater.
Oh, yeah, he probably would be at the theater.
The theater of the Great Puppet.
All right,
Grand Guignol.
Go for it. So you could move up to here. Or you know what? You could spend a resource... Oh, you don't have any resources. And you could. Oh, you can't.
I can't go this another train. Okay. Anyway. All right. Here's what I'm going to do. Sorry for that big delay.
We're just talking this out.
This game is weird. I don't like. All right. So I'm gonna, for my first action, I'm going to play Moonlight Ritual, and I'm going to remove all Doom from one card I control.
Okay. So Doom now goes up to 2.
Down to 2. Oh, well, yeah. Up to 2 on that card, but down to 2 in play.
Right.
All right. And then I'm going to move to the Opera Garnier.
Okay.
The Palais Garnier is an ornate architectural masterpiece and one of the most famous opera houses in the world. Strangely, you find the main doors thrown wide open and a dark mist creeps out from the doorway. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Oh, is this where Phantom of the Opera was?
I think it is,
yeah, nice. Cool.
That's probably why this one is called a Phantom of Truth.
So the opera house is where we want to go.
Okay.
All right.
Let's see how the game screws over our expectations
this
time.
That's why it's right there next to the train station. It's very next to the place where we start.
We're overthinking this game, Brad.
All right. While you're investigating Opera Garnier, double the number of skill icons on cards committed to this skill test. Oh, that's sweet. All right. The shadow or the shroud is 5. There's 1 clue per investigator. A trail of blood leads up the grand staircase. Deep, cold mist envelops the room. You get the unmistakable feeling that there is something inhuman in the opera house. Oh, there is a little tiny... Oh my God, if you really look, you can see there's a little tiny trail of blood going up the staircase and what looks to be maybe somebody's arm or tentacle at the top of the stairs there.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
So we double our experience points. So like
no, you double the icons.
Yeah, so my intellect, which is 2, now goes up to 4.
Now, when you play a card...
okay.
You double the icons on the card.
So that was your second move.
That was my second move.
You sure you're not going to investigate?
I mean, I think... I kind of just want to
go ahead. Go see if
here.
he's up there. I mean, you know.
I mean,
Just got off the train station.
Yeah, I think I do.
Okay.
So my third action is going to be to move. Wait, my first action was... What was my first action?
You didn't have anything, right?
Was my first action move?
You had whatever this was.
Yeah, no, my first action must have been move, right?
Yeah.
I didn't play anything. I didn't play any cards.
Nope.
My first... Oh, no, I did. Moonlight Ritual.
Oh, okay.
That was my first action. This is my third action.
Third action.
Third action, moving to the Grand Guignol, Theater of the Great Puppet. The Théâtre du Grand Guignol specializes in horror shows of a graphic and sometimes amoral nature.
Ooh.
It is among the smallest venues in Paris, as they say, and one of the most popular. I could see why. And there's blood everywhere. Forced, after you reveal Grand Guignol, you must either take 2 horror or shuffle all non-weakness cards from your hand into your deck, then draw an equal number of cards. It seems the theater is performing a show about insanity. You wonder if they've ever performed The King in Yellow. I do wonder that. Victory 1. Shroud is 3. There's 1 clue per investigator. Well, that might be...
see, they do want you to investigate because...
Yeah.
That's how you get the victory points.
All right, so I could take 2 horror...
Well, you're done. You've used your 3.
No, forced. After you reveal, you must either take 2 horror or shuffle all non-weakness cards from your hand into your deck. I think I will shuffle all non-weakness cards from my hand into my deck and then draw 4 new cards.
Okay. That sounds fair.
Yeah. This is very creepy. This game is really good at that. And you know what I mean? Like for a card game, like seriously, like we're barely into this and already I'm like racking my brain with what is real, what is not real.
Yeah. Well, I've told you before that when we've played this game, especially like was the one we were on the train, and it was like really horrifying. There's some really horrifying moments. I end up having bad dreams after playing this game. This game kind of freaks me out. But it's I guess that's kind of the fun of playing this, is to get a little freaked out and a little scared.
All right, let me check it. Crud cakes.
Get a weakness?
I did.
Yeah, what'd you get?
Okay. So discard all cards you control of your current roll, then discard the top card of your deck. So my current roll is Survivor.
No, you get rid of your Dark Horse.
God, is that true?
Well,
that is true.
Discard all cards that you control.
Dang
is it asset or ally or what is it?
No, all cards I control.
Your weakness says all cards that you control of that.
Yep. Boy, what are the odds?
Should have changed your thing before you started.
Dang.
But then you get to discard your.
Dang. Wait, didn't I?
You would have had to have switched.
I had to have switched. Okay, I would have had to have switched to play this card.
Yeah.
Boy, I'm terrible about this.
It is a complicated character.
Yeah, I got to.
And I wonder if it. So when I was trying to figure out what character I wanted to add into the game.
Yeah.
I found a ranking on Board Game Geek, and like Lola is ranked in like the second to the last tier.
Like as cruddy game as
a not a good character to play.
I love this deck. I just
remembering that. Okay, so then you have to get rid of your Shriveling or whatever.
No, this is Blood Pact and it's permanent.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, so then discard the top card of your deck. Switch your roll to the class of the discarded card. This is a neutral card. Switch your roll to neutral. Okay, so my roll is neutral.
Okay, so you can play anything.
Well, no, I can only play neutral cards.
Oh.
I can play nothing. But it's also the end of my turn.
All right. Time for me to crack a lack at this Biaki, sharpen up my machete. And I've got a fight of 4. It's got a fight of 3. I get a +1 with my machete. So I'm at 5 to its 3. And I get, a -2, which hits it. And if the attacked enemy is the only engaged enemy with in this attack, it deals +1 damage. So it takes 2 damage. And I'm going to perform that same action again. I'm at 5 to its 3. -2 again.
Good enough, man. And you said that guy's got a victory point on him.
Does have a victory point, so put it down there in the victory pile. So that's my 2 actions. I guess I'm going to move up move up 1.
Chug-a-lug to the opera.
Yeah, because I really can't do anything else, and that's my turn. So go ahead and flip me over.
All right.
2 actions to attack.
You could play.
I don't want to.
It would put you 1 away from me, and it would reveal 1 more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean. You could.
No, I have to spend a resource.
You could spend a resource.
I don't want to spend a resource.
Okay. All right.
I definitely don't want to spend a resource.
All right.
Okay. Enemy phase. No enemies.
No, not anymore.
Not anymore. Upkeep phase. So flip our cards. We get a card. You get to draw a card, and we get a resource.
I am taking a resource this time.
Okay. Oh, this is sweet. I've got a pretty cool card, but we have to be in the same location, Brad. Check your hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Good.
All right, we're going to put a Doom on the agenda track. Again, we are at the top of the round, so this card will not flip until
the end.
To this.
Yeah.
So I wonder. It says objectives. It doesn't say automatic.
Read it.
It says objective. At the end of the round, if there are 3 or more Doom in play, advance.
Yeah, that's not like if you can. It just.
Oh, okay.
It says,
it's going to advance.
The other one's probably like spend. Like that's dependent upon us spending.
Yeah, the other one is spend the requisite number of clues to advance. So one is we can. The other one is it's forced.
The other one
basically
is after we take an action. The second one is because it's going to happen whether we take the action or not.
All right. Encounter deck, Brad, lead investigator.
All right. Oh, coming from the Grand Guignol, torturous chords.
Oh no, CHORDS.
CHORDS. Yeah, this would be the Phantom's keyboard. Revelation, test will at 5. If you fail, put torturous chords into play in your threat area with 1 resource on it for each point you fail by. Each time you play a card, increase the cost of that card by 1 and remove 1 resource from torturous chords.
Oh, no.
Torturous chords has no resources, discard it. All right.
That's not good. So you got to test something first.
I do. I have to test will at 5. I'm at 3. Plus 1 is 4.
Use that?
I could use Blood Pact.
Well, with your neutral character, can you do that?
Oh, no, I cannot. Ooh, good call.
No, not a good call. I mean, it's the right way to do it.
Right,
but
well, that's what I mean.
It's going to screw you over.
Good job paying attention. Well, I'm going to play Guts, which is a neutral card, so I can totally do that. All right, so Guts gives me a +2, so I'm 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm testing at 5.
Oh, so you're only up by 1?
Yep. But it's will, it's my signature ability.
He says.
I'm Dr. Will. Skull.
Skull is -X, the number of Doom in play, which is 3.
Just 3. So I'm at 3, 4, 5, 6. So I was +1, -3. So I missed it by 2.
Yeah. So you have to put
2 resources go on torturous chords.
And so what happens with that now?
So now so now each time I play a card, increase the cost of that card by 1. And remove 1 resource from torturous chords.
Okay.
Jeez, Louise.
Get rid of your guts.
Yeah. All right. Oh, I get to draw a card first.
Yep.
Nope. It's only if the test is successful.
Okay. My turn, and I get Screeching Byakhee again. Didn't I just get rid of this guy? While engaged, the investigator with the remaining sanity of 4 or fewer, blah, 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 blah. Same as before. I can knock this guy's block off.
Awesome.
And time to start the round. So what would you like to do, Brad?
All right. Well, I don't...
You're going to get some clues?
I
might. Neutral. Would you like to change your acting class?
I'm thinking of how to get rid of... All right, here's what we're going to do.
Oh, I get a resource because I'm engaged with an enemy.
Yeah, now I wish I had some resources.
You have 1.
I know. All right, I'm going to investigate, yes, and I'm going to play Perception. Because of the torturous chords, each time I play a card, increase the cost of that card by 1. So it has no cost.
So it would have a cost
of 1. So it would have a cost of 1, and
but
so
you also
I
get to
pay
remove
that, and I remove 1 from there. All right. So Perception puts my intellect at 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm up by 3.
Okay. Oh,
Skull.
3. So
Miss minus 3. All right.
Yeah, so you tied it. So you get a clue.
Get the clue. And if the test is successful, draw 1 card. Ah, interesting. Interesting. Okay. That was my first action, right?
Yep, it was.
All right. As my second action, I'm going to gain a resource.
Okay.
As a fast action, I'm going to play improvisation.
Okay. Now, does that have a cost? That doesn't have a cost, right?
Oh, crud. It would have a cost. Yeah. So I can't. Dang it.
I know that's...
Oh, it was all going to work out perfectly, too.
I know. Stupid chords.
Oh, these chords. You know what I'm going to do then as my... What, do you think I should walk over there? I think I should go...
I mean, you can. You're leaving a lot of clues behind.
I just don't see the value of clues right now. We got to find Nigel.
Okay.
I mean, I think... I really thought... See, I know I'm overthinking this, but I really thought that this was supposed to tempt us to go over there and that Nigel was going to be right here by the train station, you know, and only an idiot would go take the train off somewhere else.
I think you're thinking right in that he should be in the theater, but
he's clearly not.
Wasn't there.
Yeah, he's not there.
And just so you know, Brad, there was no Nigel card that was set aside, so he's not like an asset we're going to acquire.
All right, maybe he's on the back of the act or the agenda.
Maybe.
I mean, I really don't know, by the way. I'm not playing stupid. I didn't look at any of these cards. I have no idea what we're doing. I kind of want to.
So you remember that, what's that movie with Obi-Wan and Tom Cruise's ex-wife, and they're in Paris?
No,
and it's a musical. Is it Luc Besson? No, it's not Luc Besson. It's the guy who also did the Romeo and Juliet remake. But they take all the modern music and they mix it together.
Jedi in Paris?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
But that takes place in Montmartre, which is the place where a lot of the creatives hang out.
I think I ought to go there.
I think you should
that's
too.
The place to go. So Montmartre.
I mean, at least we're revealing cards.
Right, yeah. You've heard this district to be vibrant and friendly. I did just hear that.
Yeah.
But the streets feel unusually lonely to me. Except there on the bench is quite clearly a fellow who has tentacles slathering around him.
Yeah, he does.
Good for him. All right. All right. It's interesting. So as an action, you can spend 1 resource, add 1 supply or ammo token to a card you control. Limit once per round.
Ooh, sweet.
Yeah. Cold rain pelts the street. Every alleyway you pass is another hiding place for something sinister. The shroud here is only 2, and there are 2 clues, 1 for each investigator.
Okay.
All right, that is the end
of your turn.
Of my turn.
All right, I have a Biaki here, this thing that jumped out of nowhere. So I'm going to have to fight it. I'm at 4. My machete gives me 5. Against its 3, I will fight it and come up with a -1, which gives it 2. I'm going to repeat that same action again. Ooh, -3. So I'm at 5. Yeah, 4, 5. It's at 3, -3. I lost by 1. There's no immediate reaction. Shoot. Should
It's
I
just your
throw
second
something
action.
in?
Well, you're going to do it again, right?
I am going to do it again, but do I want to throw that in again? Throw something in just in case.
Oh, I see. Yeah, this is why we want to be at the same location.
I'm going to go ahead and throw in my knife for a +1 to the fight.
Okay. All right.
So that'll put me to 6 to its 3. And I get the skull again, so I beat it and killed it because I tied it.
All right.
So it's dead. We get a victory pile point on that.
Yay.
I lost my knife.
It's all right.
And
maybe you upgrade that with your victory point.
Maybe I will, but
Or your
I
XP.
think that's my 3 turns, right? Yes.
I think those are your 3 actions.
2 hits and a miss.
Yep.
So we're at the end of that turn.
All right. Monsters.
All right, monster phase. There are no monsters. Thank goodness.
Handily cleaned up. All right.
Now it's the upkeep phase.
All right.
So we get to flip our cards. We get to draw 1 card. Oh, and it is my weakness.
Here's the card I was looking for.
So my weakness, Smite the Wicked. This is Zoey's key weakness. Revelation. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until an enemy is discarded. Attach Smite the Wicked to the enemy and spawn it at the location furthest from you. Forced. When the game ends, if attached enemy is in play, you suffer 1 mental trauma. So on the plus side, we get a discard until we encounter an enemy. Wow. Burning through that deck, are you, Brad?
I am. You put some enemies in here, right?
I did. There should be a whole bunch of them. I mean, we've killed 2 of them. I'm pretty sure there's more Byakhis in this deck.
There we go. Oh, this is why he's stealthy. A stealthy Byakhia. I couldn't find
stealthy
him.
Byakhia. Okay.
Yep.
Ooh, he's rough. Okay, so I have to. He also has Hunter on him.
Oh, that's good.
Yes, he's going to come to me.
That's good. Who's he coming to?
It just says Hunter.
No, I mean, what's his prey?
There's no prey. It
just
says Hunter.
moving towards.
So he's just moving towards. I'm guessing the closest investigator.
Probably going to be me.
Yeah. So I need to get over to you, I guess.
Yeah.
Location furthest from me is over here.
So this is 1, 2, 3 away from you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep.
Yeah. If the game ends, the attached enemy is a play. I suffer 1 mental trauma.
Okay.
All right. So that is that. So did the resource? I don't think
I'm taking the resource also.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I've got to get a resource there. Which is unfortunate because I had a bunch of cards that I really hoped to draw from. Okay, check your hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for me.
Okay.
We are at the end of the round, which means, Brad, if there are 3 more Doom in play, we advance. Let's see if your thoughts are correct. It's really, I guess, turn the page. That's kind of the thing. I'm used to let's flip the card, right?
Well, it's backwards.
Okay, if you spin clues to advance, which we didn't. Otherwise.
Great. So we could have had something good if we'd spent the clues to advance. So
maybe.
Blew that. Sorry.
You nearly bump into a tall man, his coat and hat as black as his skin is pale. He gives you a look of hatred, as intense and deadly as you've ever seen. You recoil at the mere sight of him, and shadows gather around his feet as he marches towards you. Each investigator takes 2 horror.
Immediately pictured Jesse the Body Ventura in his role from the X-Files as a man in black.
We immediately take 2 horror, Brad.
Either it was him or Alex Trebek.
Spawn the set-aside organist enemy at the lead investigator's location, where you are at, Brad.
What?
Okay. Hopeless, I defied him, side face up. This is pretty bad. Hopeless, I defied him. He has a fight of 5. He has an agility of 3. He has 0 hit point. I mean, he has no hit points. He is a humanoid avatar elite. Hunter cannot be damaged. He cannot be damaged. Forced. After the organist moves from the hunter keyword, if it is unengaged, resolve its hunter keyword again. The organist cannot attack this phase. Limit once per round. And then there's a quote from the Court of the Dragon from the Yellow King.
Read it.
The point from which it would strike was his infernal eyes, Robert W. Chambers, in the Court of the Dragon, the King in Yellow.
Okay, so what is this guy's deal?
So he is spawning at your location.
Okay, so on me.
He's spawning on you. He is a hunter. He's a humanoid avatar elite. He's got an attack of 5 and agility of 3. He cannot be damaged. He is a hunter. Forced. After the organist moves from the hunter keyword, if it is unengaged, resolve its hunter keyword again. The organist cannot attack this phase. Limit once per round. Here's the thing. He deals 3 horror, 3 sanity.
Okay. All right, so what we want to do...
And this is pretty bad because we haven't even hit the encounter deck yet.
So what we want to do
is disengage from him.
Is get 2 away from him.
Yeah. But you have to evade him. And he's got Hunter.
Right. I don't have anything particularly evasive.
Well, you better get into your evade mode, dude.
Crud.
All right. So that's that. Act 2A, Pursuing the Shadows. The chords that echo in your mind, the infernal man whose organ playing intrigues and terrifies you. Perhaps there's a connection between this shadowy presence and the King in Yellow. This one is a reaction trigger. After you successfully attack the organist, an investigator at your location may place one of his or her clues on the organist. Group limit 1 time per round. 1 time per investigator per round. Objective: if there are 3 clues on the organist, advance. So in order to get rid of him, we have to hit him. And we have to be together because okay. After you successfully attack the organist, an investigator at your location may place one of his or her clues on the organist. Group limit 1 clue per investigator times per round. So that would be, or 1 time per investigator per round. Is that right? So 2 times per round, we can do that.
Yeah, 1. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. You have how many clues?
I only have 1.
Oh, look at all these clues lying around.
Yeah.
Hey, let's not get clues.
Yeah, you got a clue. You got a clue right here for you, right behind this card, Stephen. Here's a clue. That clue.
If there are, but here's the thing: if there are 3 times the number of investigator clues on the organist, advance. So we have to hit him 6 times.
3 times the number of investigators, so 6 clues. Oh, that's crazy. We just gotta run from this guy.
You gotta evade him.
Yeah, we just gotta get away from him.
But you sure you don't want me to come up there? Oh, okay. So we're at the end of the round. Now we're at the top of the round. So now we have to place 1 doom on the agenda, and you get to draw an encounter deck. Oh, enemy phase. This guy should have moved 1 closer.
No. He just came out when you drew.
Oh, during the upkeep phase. So that was after the enemy phase.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Treachery, hunted by Bayaki.
Oh no.
Pact, revelation. Oh, jeez. Test agility at 6. If you fail, reveal the top X cards in the encounter deck, where X is the amount you failed by. No kidding. You think?
You just have to. But what? I mean, you have to take all those encounter cards.
No. If at least 1 Bayaki enemy is revealed by this effect, choose and draw 1 of them. If at least 1 Omen treachery is revealed by this effect, take 1 horror. Shuffle the encounter deck.
Ugh, okay.
All right, test agility at 6. My agility, I can't use Dark Horse because I've got these 2 freaking resources.
Plus you're still at neutral.
I think that's not using that. Dark Horse is a kind of a
blanket.
Yeah, it's just while I have no resources in my resource pool, I get that. That's not like a trigger or anything like that. All right. My agility is 3.
This might be over pretty quick because this dude has gives 3 horror.
Yeah.
I'm scared, Brad.
Skull.
-4.
So I'm at 3. So I've already 3 down.
Mm-hmm.
So -4 more. So I'm 7.
Oh, ouch. Son of a gun, dude. Card the first.
I'm just going to draw them. I'm just going to throw them on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There was 1 Bayaki. He's a swift Bayaki.
Okay.
His prey is the lowest remaining sanity.
Okay.
He's hunter. He has retaliate.
Ouch. So even if you miss, he attacks.
Yeah.
Oh, this game's over, ladies and gentlemen.
And Swift Bayaki would move via the hunter keyword. Instead, move it 1 location at a time until it enters its prey's location. If it moved more than 1 location by this effect, it does not attack this phase. Okay, so if I can stay 2 ahead of these guys, but there's no way I can because I've got to evade both of them.
And we have to be at the same location for me to hit that guy and get the clue.
Yeah.
Brad.
All right, there are also 1, 2, 3 4 omen cards in here. Well, this said something about omens. If at least one omen treachery is revealed by this effect, take 1 horror. Shuffle the encounter deck. So I take 1
another
horror.
horror, so you're down halfway.
I am. This is miserable.
I told you we should have been collecting clues regardless.
Oh, why don't I listen to you?
Because usually I'm wrong. When it comes to the King in Yellow and Robert W. Chambers, you're the man. You've seen the yellow
sure
sign.
that was just a red herring, just to kind of make you...
Yeah, to question your sanity, right? Because if you figure out this part, then the thing is, well, obviously we don't need clues. So, yeah. No, I can understand your train of thought, but man, did that screw us over.
God.
So you have to evade both of these.
Yeah.
And they're going to prey on you because my sanity's 1 higher than yours. And this one's going to be, you can't move over here.
Be shuffling all these together.
Where are you going to move to, Brad? I guess you could spend you could spend a resource.
Actually, no, I can't because I'm at the train station.
No, any place that has, you're right. You have to be at the train station for that.
What is the thing here? Spend 1 resource, add 1 supply or ammo token to a card you control. I think, Stephen, I'm going to have to move back here to you.
Yeah, that's fine. Because I can fight them.
Or you're going to have to move up here. Maybe you move up here to me. Why don't you can you go first?
Yeah, I can. But I still need to.
Yeah, you still got to draw
You can get rid of your card there.
Okay, that can.
I got to draw my card.
I probably should have shuffled it in there. Oh, well.
Twin Sons, Revelation. Test my intellect. If you fail, you must either remove 1 doom from the current agenda or take 1 horror for each point you failed by. Well, my intellect is 2. I'm going to fail by 2. Oh, I failed by 4. So we have to remove all 1 doom for... let's see. If you fail, you must either remove 1 doom from the current agenda or take 1 horror for each point you failed by. So does that mean I have to remove 1 doom for each point I failed by, or take 1 horror for each point I failed by?
No, it says remove 1 doom, or take 1 horror for each point you failed by.
Okay, so I will remove 1 doom.
Yeah,
because otherwise I'm dead.
Oh, see, I was right though. So that's the.
This is the thing we want to advance.
Jeez. Good Lord.
Okie doke. My turn. So I guess I'm going to move up to you. So let me move up to you, Brad.
Okay.
So move me up there. That's my first action.
First action.
So to engage an enemy is going to cost me a turn.
Or you could just attack them and hope you don't hit me.
What's the Biaki?
So this guy's fight is 2, and his hit points are 3.
Okay, I got him.
Okay.
So for my second action, because he's not engaged with me, I don't get a resource. I'm going to try to fight him with my machete. And I hit him for 2.
Okay.
For my final action, I'm going to do that same action again. I'm going to hit him for 3. So I'm up at, let's see, I'm at 4, 5. Minus 3 is 2. He's got...
It's tied.
Okay, so
his fight is only 2. Okay.
He's dead. So that one's gone from you, but that used up all of my actions.
All right.
Is that the guy didn't have a victory?
He does not.
Shoot. Okay. All right. So, yeah, I'm done. Sorry.
Well, don't be sorry. You're good. I'm trying to think of what I want to do here. I think I'm going to try to evade the organist.
Yeah, do that first.
And I'm going to play, this is a terrible play, but I'm going to throw my improvisation card in there.
Okay.
I do think I have to pay 1 for it.
Yeah, but that gets rid of that.
Gets rid of that, the organist's torturous chords. All right, so I'm going to throw in these 2 question marks.
Okay, and use them as agilities.
Yeah, I still can't use Dark Horse. So I'm at 3, 4, 5, and his evade is 3. So I'm up by 2.
Up by 2. I mean, that's good.
I can do this, yeah. Minus 2. It's a tie.
Okay, so he's evaded at this location.
So he is.
That was your first action?
That was my first action.
Your first action.
Yeah, because this was a fast.
So do you want to at least try to Get a clue before you move?
All right.
Or, I mean, you could move and then get a clue.
We need to have 6 clues on that guy. That's not likely, right? I need to get... So he's going to... Let's talk about this. He's going to reactivate, but he's not going to attack you. But he will engage you.
Yes, he will. Yeah. He'll engage me, but he won't attack.
Are you going to be able to evade him?
No. Well, maybe. I mean, I'm down 1 on the evade. But I've got 2 cards that I could throw in that would bring me 1 up on him. And then he would be evaded again. So I feel kind of confident about that.
So the other thing I could do is I could move 2 away from here.
Yeah, but this guy's going to move here.
Right. So I could move down here.
Okay. 1, 2. All right. Yeah, might as well. I mean, at this point now we need to start gathering clues.
Yeah.
I mean, just as a just in case kind of thing, right?
I'm going to change over to Seeker. Oh, yeah, just on principle. Because neutral is not useful at all.
So you already did 1 thing.
Yep, so I did my 1 thing. I evaded.
Mm-hmm.
So my second action, I'm going to move down here.
Okay. And this is where?
Les Marais. This historic district has recently become less aristocratic, but the old architectural masterwork remains.
Sounds like a nice place.
As does the Byakuya flying
flying in the moon, yes.
Yeah. Reaction. When your turn begins, if you're in Les Marais, draw 1 card. Group limit once per round. Oh, that's nice. There are 2 clues, 1 for each investigator. And the shroud is 3. Throughout this region, you cannot shake the feeling that you're being watched, probably by that Byakuya flying in front of the moon. Something along the rooftops ducks just out of sight each time you peer upward.
No, the Byakuya.
All right.
So that's your second action. Are you going to go ahead?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go for my third action. I'm going to go all the way down here.
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. I built the stage for the Hayes High production of Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Your son was in it.
My son was in fact the lead, Quasimodo.
There you go.
He was awesome.
Yeah. He also died at the end of the story.
Not my son, Quasimodo does.
Quasimodo, yeah. Not your son. But
no.
Just saying, going to Notre Dame and then bragging about how awesome it is might not be.
There are catacombs under Notre Dame.
Oh, you're right.
That's where Quasimodo dies, in fact.
Yes, he does.
Yeah. All right, so the most famous cathedral in all of Paris and one of the finest examples of Gothic architecture in the world, Notre Dame de Paris, Our Lady of Paris, is an icon of the city. Light shines out from its stained glass windows, and you can hear a pipe organ inside blaring a bizarre, chaotic melody. Oh, that guy's followed me down here.
Yes, he has.
No,
well, remember, this guy has a double hunter move, so he's going to come at us every time.
Each enemy in Notre Dame gets -1 fight and +1 evade, so it's better to fight than run here.
Yeah.
There is somebody standing in front of the rose window, too. Test. Okay, as an action, you can test will at 6. If you succeed, either place 1 doom on the current agenda.
Okay.
Or remove 1 doom from the current agenda. Group limit once per game.
Oh, so we can only do it once.
That's an interesting thing, though. And there's 2 clues on there, 1 for each investigator, and the Shroud of 3. I'll let you do that. All right.
Okay, so enemy turn. Phew. This guy's going to move 1 closer. He's going to go up this way.
All right, because why not?
Yeah, because why not? I mean, it's Hunter.
Right, he's closer to you.
It doesn't say who. Hunter just means it has to advance 1, and it just advances 1 towards the nearest investigator.
Yep.
1, 2, 1, 2. So
Makes
might as well
perfect
come
sense.
up to me and be away for a while.
Yep. Right, and then,
okay, so that's the end of the enemy phase. Then it is the upkeep phase, so we get a reset.
All right.
This guy resets, and he immediately engages with me.
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry.
Then we get
so
draw.
Sorry.
Yeah, this is going to be tough. We get to draw 1 card. And oh, sweet, sweet, sweet.
I am not taking a resource, by the way.
All right. Shoot, I wish I could get this out now. But I did get a card that I really, really want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Upkeep phase is over. We go back up to the top of the sequence, and we go to the Mythos phase. So now there's 4. Doom on the agenda. And Brad, as the lead investigator, you get to draw a card.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
Oh, low.
No.
Torturous chords.
No.
Yes, test will at 5. If you fail, put torturous chords into play in your threat area with 1 resource on it for each point you failed by. Blah. I've got nothing I want to throw at it either. Boy, that really blows. That really, 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 really blows. All right. Test will at 5. So I've got 3. I'm not going to throw anything on Blood Pact. I can't use Dark Horse. I'm at 3, so I'm down by 2. Wish me luck, Steven.
Good luck, Brad.
-2. So it's 4. So I put 4
Ouch.
on here. So 4 times I've got to pay extra for a card that I get. All right.
All right, I will draw a card. And I get Marked by the Sign. Peril. Revelation. Test my intellect at 2. I'm sorry, test my willpower at 2. If you fail, take 2 horror. If the man in the pallid mask is in play, horror dealt in this effect is considered direct horror, and this test has a +2 difficulty. So the man in the pallid mask is not there. Man in the yellow bandana. Test my willpower, and I still have my rosary there, so I have a 5 to its 2, and I get -4. I lost by 1.
So what are the consequences of that?
If you fail, take 2 horror.
Wow, no.
I'm 2 horror away from being out.
No, we really should have got some Fix Our Horror cards.
Well, I do have first aid.
Does it fix horror?
It does.
I thought it just fixed damage.
First aid has supply. Heal 1 damage or horror from an investigator at your location.
Oh, well, there you go.
But
Also, you've got this spend 1 resource, add 1 supply to a card you control.
There you go.
I mean,
I can't do that yet.
Right, but after you kill that dude, or after you evade
I have
him.
to evade him. So in order to evade him, I'm going to have to throw in my teamwork, which would be a great card for me to share with you. And I'm going to throw in my 45 automatic, which has the agility on it. So these are going to be 2 agilities to my current 2 agilities. That gives me 4 agilities. Oh, after you become engaged with an enemy, gain 1 resource. You know, she is a resource generator, but when I'm engaged, I really can't spend these resources the way I want. I'm up by 1. And we get 0. So I evade him.
All right. Now look.
Should I come up here and kill this guy?
No, man. You want to get.
I think I need to come up here and kill this, because otherwise it's going to go dupe.
But he's just going to follow you there. So if you come down here with me, let's talk about this.
Yeah.
If you come down here with me, then this guy is going to move, but he will not attack us.
Right.
So we will have some opportunity to wail on him.
If we can get some clues.
If we can get some clues.
It's going to take me the rest of my moves to do that, though.
To get down there with me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I really want to get this thing out.
I can get those 2 clues.
All right, that's fine, because this thing that I have is not going to be useful against this guy. Yeah, I really wanted to bring out my Zoey's Cross, but it says deal 1 damage to the enemy, and I can't deal him any damage.
That's the guy who gets -3 in a fight if we can exhaust him.
Oh,
Okay.
cool. All right, so now it is your turn, Brad.
All right. I am going to, as a fast action, play Magnifying Glass.
Okay.
Cost is up by 1, so it actually costs me a thing.
Okay, but you get rid of one of those.
Get rid of one of those. I now have no resources, so I can play Dark Horse. So as my second turn, or my second...
Seek it up, Seeker.
Yep, I'm going to investigate.
Shroud is only 3 here.
All right, so I've got 3, 4, and +1 for investigating. That's 5. So 5. I'm up by 2.
Okay. Ooh,
Gosh,
insta-fail.
Insta-fail. Anything weird on that, or is it just a fail?
Just a fail.
All right, that was my first action.
First action.
Because this
so
was
2 more.
fast getting out the magnifying glass.
Oh,
I'm not counting
-2.
that. Nope, not counting that. I didn't see it.
It's a sign, Brad.
I mean, I should have gone with that. If I'd gone with that, I'd been fine. But because I'm up by 2. Oh, are you kidding me, Stephen?
Brad, you have the worst luck in this game.
Oh, I should have taken the one that flew out. Third action. Up by 2 still. -1. All right, give me one of those clues.
Oh, you only get 1?
Yeah.
Oh, Brad.
I know. I suck.
Well, at least we'll be able to nail him for 1.
2.
Oh, 2.
I have a
But we'd
clue
have to
from
hit him
before.
twice.
Yeah.
But the thing is, when we hit him, let's see, where's the thing at? He's exhausted here. After you successfully attack the organist, an investigator at your location may place one of his or her clues on the organist group limit 1 time per round. So we can only do that twice, and then we have to evade. So, oh shoot, that would suck because...
Wait, we can only put a clue in him 1 time per round?
1 time per investigator per
Per
round.
investigator
So I
per
can
round, okay.
attack him twice.
And then evade.
And then put 2 things on him.
Yeah.
And then evade.
But he also can't attack us, remember?
That's true. But he will engage.
He's still going to be engaged, yeah.
Yeah, and if there are 3 times the number of investigator clues on the organist, advance. So we need to think how we're going to deal with this guy.
He's
evaded.
He's evaded.
So he's not even going to perform his hunter activities. Oh, so we have a little bit of time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we just need to clue it up right now, right?
Yes.
So clue, 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 and then let him come for us. Because if we're here, he's going to take a long time to get to us. So clue it up here, clue it up here, clue it up here, clue it up here.
Yeah, I guess I shouldn't have had you come all the way down then, should I? You should have stayed. Should have stayed there.
No, we need to stay together, I think.
Okay.
All right. It is the enemy phase. So this guy is going to move 1 down.
All right.
And now it is the upkeep phase. So draw 1 card. Sweet. Gain 1 resource. Oh, I also have some secret cards in my deck. You did have to shuffle your deck a while ago.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So the upkeep phase also flips these guys and resets this guy.
All right, never mind. I took one. I drew a card that I thought I took out of my deck, but I realized I took one of these cards out of my deck, but not both of them. So
all right.
It's like having a moment.
So did you decide to take a resource?
I am taking a resource.
Because you're going to need it with that curse, which means you can't use your dark horse.
Right.
Okay, so we've done the upkeep. It is now the mythos phase. We are 5 to the 6 that are needed to advance the agenda. And it is time, Brad, for you to draw a nasty McNasty.
All right. Oh, look, Stephen, torturous chords.
Oh, again? Oh, wait, they don't stack. Can't stack.
I don't know why I can't. It doesn't say anything like...
Okay. No fast action or one per investigator.
I'm the wrong guy to get torturous chords. Boy, I tell you what, that really screws me up. All right, test will at 5.
Can I help you?
No, I don't need help. I'm just going to fail.
No. Maybe I can help you. I can throw in a willpower.
I could throw in from this card that I've got another card that's really nice that I really like that I could burn again.
You don't want to burn it if it's really good. Or do you? I mean, of course, you're at 45 on your deck. So, I mean, your deck is super big. My deck is not so big.
Well, I'm just not going to be able to use the thing I want to use. So, okay, let's say, all right, what do you got? You got a thing you can throw in for 1. So I'm at 3. I'm down by 2 already.
Oh.
Okay, that puts me even. I'll throw in improvisation.
And then I'll throw in a shortcut, which gives you 1.
All right, thank you. So I'm plus 1. So I'm 3, 4, 5, 6.
-1.
Hey.
So you beat it.
I beat it.
Okay. And I get a stealthy Byakhee. While stealthy Byakhee is exhausted, it gets -3 to its fight. It's a fight of 5. Evade of 3. Oh, right. So now it's the investigator phase.
All right, do you want to go first?
I got rid of my evade card for you. So it has an evade of 3. My evade is 2. I really do not want to get this card. Do you have anything you can throw in, Brad?
For an evade?
Yeah, because otherwise my fight is not strong enough.
Does it cost me 1?
Well, if you can't, I mean, it's only going to tie me.
Let's see. Each time you play a card, increase the cost of that card by 1. But
not for skills test.
But skill test is not playing a card.
No. I mean, if it's a really good card, don't. But
no, it's not a really good card.
Because the most that it's going to do is tie me. But if I can exhaust it, then it's going to be easier for me to hit it and kill it.
This card would allow me to. I could play this when it could prevent you being attacked. Or it could help you evade.
So here's the thing. I'm at 4. I'm at 5 for the fight. Okay, so here's what I can do. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'll just fight it, because if I do, I can hit it. I'm going to throw in my kukri. That'll take me up to 6 to its 5. That puts me up by 1.
Okay.
If I hit it, it's dead.
Okay. Because you get
+1 with my machete.
+1 with your machete.
-4. I lost.
It
does not have a...
Does not have retaliate.
Does not have retaliate. So
go
that
again.
Card goes away. Man. Okay.
I can give you a bonus to your fight.
Okay, if you can, because I've got 3 cards I really don't want to get rid of.
Okay.
And I've got enough things that I can spend if I can just beat this guy this turn.
I'm going to drop my one and only machete card.
Okay, for how much? 1?
1.
Okay, I'm going to guard dog. I'm going to throw my guard dog up by 2.
Okay.
Up by 2. Da-da-da-dun-da-dun. Also, this engaged with me, so I should have gotten a resource.
Sure, because...
And I've got the Elder Sign, +1. If this skill test is successful during an attack, that attack deals +1 damage, which is a total of 3 damage.
Okay.
So that guy's gone. No victory on him.
You pulled his wings off.
I did, stupid Byakhee, but I had to get rid of my guard dog. My final action should be to move.
No.
But here's what I'm going to do.
Well, if you want to move, that's not a bad
No,
idea. But
I'm not.
First aid also.
I could do that, but instead, Brad, I've got all these resources. 1, 2, 3, 4 resources. I'm going to bring in my beat cop.
Okay. All right. No, that's good. That's a good idea.
I need an asset here.
Oh, you could have been throwing some horror under your rosary too, bud.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. That's okay. I'll get it next time.
Yeah. All right.
Which would be good, because then that will... Yes, we shall do that.
All right.
I'm done.
You're done. All right. I am going to move out of here, by the way.
Yep, go ahead. You don't want to grab this first?
Oh, I'm going to grab that first.
Okay. You need to get rid of your machete up there.
Yeah. All right. So magnifying glass is out. So I'm going to investigate. I've got 3, 4. The shroud is 3.
Yep.
So I'm at +1. Oh, if I move out of here, though...
He's going to move in. That's okay.
Yeah, but then when you attack him, I'm not going to be here to drop clues on him.
This guy's going to have to move twice, and he's not going to be able to attack.
But he'll be there, and we're going to want to... You don't think I should hang out with you?
I don't think so, because when this guy moves in... Oh, he just has 100. He doesn't have prey.
Yeah. All right. I failed.
I thought you were at 5.
I was up by 1. No.
Oh.
3, 4.
Oh. Failed again.
It's not going to get any easier.
But you might as well test it again. I mean, the plus is our agenda is going to advance. All we have to do is make it through the end of this.
Steven, how many times can I draw the -2 token? How many -2 tokens do
We
you
had
have?
a lot of -2s. Remember, we added that
that's
-2 at the end of the last game.
Jeez Louise.
So there's a lot of -2s.
I got to make our little cards because I'm not... Oh.
That's okay.
Oh, yeah, it's the worst. All right.
Monster turn. This guy's going to move down.
Okay.
He's going to engage. But he's not going to attack, right? He's not going to attack.
No, he's going to attack.
Oh, he's going to attack? That's okay.
All right.
He's going to attack, so I'm going to take 2 health and 1 horror, which I will splash onto my rosary here.
Okay.
And then this guy is going to, after the organist moves from the hunter keyword, oh, shoot. Okay.
Yeah, he's going to move
again. If it
again.
is unengaged, resolve the hunter keyword again. The organist cannot attack this phase. Limit
So
once
who's
per round.
he going to engage with? Does he have a prey?
He does not have a prey.
Do you want him to engage you or me?
Thing is, he has 3. I'll be okay on the sanity. But with both of these guys on me, I won't be able to evade him.
You're not going to be able to evade him.
I'm not going to be able to evade him.
Well, then give him to me. I'll try to evade him. See what I can do.
But you're also at 3 sanity, and you have nothing that you can splash sanity onto.
That's true.
And you'll be dead.
I will be dead if I cannot evade him.
Okay, that was just the enemy phase. Now it is the mythos, or let's see, upkeep phase. So we get to flip our cards, draw a card, get a resource if you want to take a resource.
I don't. Yes. I will take a resource.
Okay.
Because now, with that resource, I can dodge an attack.
All right, cool. Yeah, excellent.
Yeah.
That's what you want to do.
Yeah.
All right. Good thing is, mythos phase. Agenda advances, Brad. Let's see if you are correct in this. Birds start to chirp eagerly. An orange tint slowly spreads across the sky as the creatures of the night shrink back into the darkness. You spend most of the day resting, and the daylight passes quickly with very little to show for it. Before you are able to fully recover from the previous night's events, it is evening once more. Each investigator disengages from each enemy engaged with him or her and may move to a connecting location. Move the organist 1 location away from the nearest investigator to a location with no investigators if possible.
Oh my gosh.
So we want the agenda to advance.
Yeah.
So yes, we definitely want him up there. This one is disengaged, so it doesn't mean he is exhausted. But he's at that location.
And we can move to a connecting location.
And we can move to a connecting location. So we can move here, probably here.
Let's go here just to see what it's like.
Okay. So go ahead and do that.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and read the...
Yes.
Okay.
And then I will read the next agenda.
All right. This is a Montparnasse. This area is known for cafes and bars and is often frequented by starving artists. Perhaps some of these creative types will become famous someday. Most, you assume, will fade into obscurity.
I think this is where that little short painter dude hangs out.
Yeah. There's a little wrecked car here, too. So the shroud here is only 2, and there's one clue per investigator. As a lightning, discard a card from your hand, gain resources equal to the number of will icons on the discarded card, limit once per round.
Interesting. Okay. Brad, that really helped us out. That saved us, I think. So the thing is, we have to make it through the night. And the second night is the name of this agenda. Agenda 2A, the second night. The city stirs as cold shadows embrace the streets. There is danger all around you. Danger you cannot escape. Danger that will follow you to the ends of the earth. When will this waking nightmare end? While you have more conviction than doubt, this agenda gains. When checking the Doom threshold, Doom on cards other than this agenda subtract from the total Doom in play instead of adding to it.
Okay.
The bonus is there are 5.
So only 5 this time.
Yeah, but we have to, make it through 5 rounds if we can.
Jeez.
Okay, so now we get to go ahead and draw a Nasty McNasty card.
All right.
I think there's too many monsters on the field. We need to...
Deadly Fate, Omen, Revelation, test will at 3. If you fail, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until an enemy is discarded. You must either draw that enemy or that enemy attacks you from the discard pile. If no enemy is discarded, take 1 horror instead. Oh, jeez. All right, test will at 3.
Okay.
My will is 3. I can throw in this card that I was going to use to dodge. I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to throw it in there. So I'm testing and my will is 4. Yeah, I could throw Blood Pact. Uh-oh. I think
one of them pop out.
One of them popped out. Let's fix that.
Yeah, just set that token aside till later.
No, it's not. It's a.
Oh, it's the.
It's a.
Oh, the squid heads.
Squid head. All right, hang on. He's fixed.
I still like those. Those are the best things to add into this game.
Yeah, they are. All right. Really not. Yeah.
Shake it.
Make it harder for me because now I probably subtly know where the tentacle card is, or the tentacle token. Right. Skull.
0.
-0.
So you succeed?
I succeed. I have no deadly fate for me.
You got to get rid of that card.
It's all right.
And I get Twin Suns. Revelation. Test my intellect at 4. If you fail, you must either remove 1 Doom from the current agenda or take 1 horror for each point you failed by. Oh, this could be bad, Brad.
Yeah. Because there's no Doom to remove from the current agenda.
And I have nothing that I can... Oh, I do have 2 books that I can throw in, which will bring me even. So I'm going to go ahead and throw in evidence.
Okay. I have nothing I can do for you, sorry.
So I'm even, and I get a +1.
Yay.
So I defeated the Twin Suns,
right.
but I lost my evidence card, which I really wanted. So I could discover a clue at my location. All right, so we're done with that. It is now investigator phase. Brad, would you like to go first? You know what? Before you leave your location, how about I go first?
Sure.
I'm going to spend a first aid so you can get rid of 1 of your horror.
Oh, wow.
Then for my second action,
bless you,
I'm going to spend a first aid and get rid of 1 of my horror. And then for my I'm just going to bring this out now. Don't care. For my third action, I'm going to get rid of my Holy Rosary. So does this go away too?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to spend 1 and bring in Zoey's Cross.
Yay.
Zoey's Cross is as an immediate action or as a reaction trigger. After an enemy becomes engaged with you, exhaust Zoey's Cross and spend 1 resource, deal 1 damage to that enemy. So what's interesting is it becomes engaged with me, I get a resource. I spend that resource and automatically deal a damage. So it's a kind of a nice little automatic.
Nice. Very nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And so I'm done.
Okay. I'm gonna stay here right here with you. I'm going to
investigate it up.
In a moment. I'm going to pull out my blackjack.
Can you do that?
Wait, I'll have to. Oh, crud! I can't use my magnifying glass.
But don't you have an action so you can start your round as a neutral?
No, I've got to pay to. I've got to spin the action to switch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I didn't want to do this last. It's not like I forgot before. I've got to.
Okay.
So I can switch my roll, but then I won't be able to use my magnifying glass.
And it'll be discarded or go back into your hand?
No, it just will sit there because I also can't pull it back into my hand.
Okay.
The magnifying glass gives me +1, but if I spin this, I'll actually be able to use Dark Horse, which will also give me +1. So I'll be all pretty much the same. So Guardian. And I'm going to pull out a blackjack, which costs 1 +1 extra for the torturous chords. Now, I can use Dark Horse, I just can't use my magnifying glass. All right, so I'm going to investigate. I've got 3, 4, the Shroud is 2. I'm up by 2. Surely Surely I can do this, Stephen.
Stop saying that. Stop saying that, Brad.
Wow. I mean, you've got to be kidding me.
Yeah, start saying about, oh man, I'm going to draw.
There's no chance.
Just say, I'm going to draw the worst card.
I'm going to draw something terrible. Possible. I'm going to fail.
Are you still up by 2?
Yeah, I'm still up by 2. Okay. I'm going to fail one more time, though, okay? Tentacles.
Squid heads say -2. If you fail, lose 1 resource for each point you failed by.
I didn't lose -2.
See what I say, Brad?
I'm even.
This house tempts fate. For your third action.
That was my third action.
Was your third action.
That was my third action.
Okay. All right. It is the enemy phase. This guy is going to move down. He's going to engage. Might as well engage with me. This guy's going to 1, 2.
Now, I don't have my dodge card anymore, so...
Oh, you don't.
But you healed me for 1, so I can take it.
Okay. But you have the better chance of evading him, right? What is your evade? What is your agility?
My agility is now 4.
My agility is only 2. So,
okay.
And his evade is...
His evade is 3. So,
I'm
up
up by
1.
1. So it's better for you to have
I got
him.
3 tries.
Okay. Now, again, they engage with us. They shouldn't attack us, right? I mean, he had to move in.
Well, this guy can't attack.
Yeah, he can attack. So he's got 3.
No, because he moved and moved.
Oh, right.
Which
now, does this guy, though, does he?
I think that guy might attack.
Okay. Which is pretty bad, because now I take 2 more health damage.
But you've got your beat cop.
I do, but I don't have my beat cop die.
You can take a little bit. Hey, Moj.
1, 2, and I take 1 horror, 1 insanity. So I splash that onto my beat cop. I thought this was going to be nice and easy.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was the enemy phase.
Okay.
Mojo.
Hi, Mojo. He's a good kitty. Oh, he's just out of camera range. That's a shame. He's a good boy.
Mojo, go away. Yeah, go upstairs. Go upstairs, please. Go.
All right.
Okay, so upkeep phase. So we get to flip these over, and we get to blah, 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 draw a card, get a resource.
I'm not going to take a resource.
This is going to be nice. Okay, so now it is the Mythos phase.
Okay.
And we put 1 on there, and you get to draw a card because you're the lead investigator.
Oh, treachery. The pale mask beckons. Omen, pact. Revelation. If the man in the pallid mask is in play, he is not. If the man in the pallid mask is not in play, search his bear's deck and discard pile for him.
Oh, no.
Draw him and shuffle his bear's deck. Resolve this effect even if his bear is currently eliminated, searching all out-of-play areas.
Oh, so even if you had died...
Yeah. Now,
that doesn't... Oh, no, this is horrible, Brad. This is really horrible.
Oh, look where he was.
Oh, wow. Second card.
Second card.
Okay, so what does he do?
All right, spawn. Location farthest from all investigators. He is aloof.
2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So we can either put him up here or put him over there. I say we
is
put
that
him
a
over
rail
here.
Station? That's 3
this
away.
This is Paris. No, it is not a rail station.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, so we've got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So 3 is the furthest.
This one's, yeah.
So that would still be 1, 2, 3. Whoops.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
That's fine. Put him, yeah.
And does he have, he does have a spawn location for this. He's aloof.
Yeah.
Oh, so he doesn't do anything. He just hangs out here.
Right. What we want to do is go.
But the shroud gets +2 over here, too.
Yeah.
So.
And we want to investigate him.
Yeah.
That's what we want to do.
All right. Oh, we do. Okay.
Yeah.
I get the yellow sign. Test my willpower at 4. If you fail, take 2 horror and search your deck for a madness weakness. Draw that card and shuffle your deck. All right. So my willpower is 4. I take 2 horror, which means my beat cop will be gone. Can I oversplash on damage on horror?
No, you cannot.
So I would still have to take one of those.
Yep.
All right, the yellow sign. I'm going to fail at this.
Wait. We're at the same location, so I can... Or is it peril?
No, it's just an omen.
Okay. What are you doing here before?
I'm testing my willpower at 4.
And where are you at?
I'm at 4.
So
wait a minute. This enemy is engaged with me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to go ahead and exhaust this and deal 1 damage to this guy, just to start off with.
Well, is that an action or what is that?
That is an immediate trigger, or
an immediate trigger,
a reaction trigger, may be used once each time the specified timing point occurs.
And what are you really reacting to? His engagement.
His engagement.
Oh, so you should have done, basically you're retroing it. You should have done that.
Yeah.
Back
begin at the
enemy phase. Yeah. Okay. All right. I see what you're doing.
So I'm at 4. It's at 4. I'm tied.
Okay. So let's talk about this. So I could throw in a card that would give you some benefit for this, or I could use it to benefit my evasion.
Use it to benefit your evasion.
You're sure?
Yeah. Because I can take 2 horror.
All right.
But I'm going to fail, I think. And I fail bigly. -1?
-1.
So I lose by 1. If you fail, take 2 horror. So my beat cop is going to go away, which is unfortunate. And I'm going to take, I'll just take this horror and move it over here and have him go away. And then it says, search your deck for a madness weakness. Got a basic weakness. And I have a madness weakness here. Yeah. This is my one that, double check.
You just got a new one.
Monster Curse, yeah. This is my new one. Hey, look at this, Brad. Oh, and then I have to shuffle my deck. And then I'm done with the yellow sign. This is what happens when you see the yellow sign, Brad. So question on the yellow sign while I'm shuffling my deck.
Sure.
Do we know what the yellow sign looks like? I mean, Fantasy Flight has their own design of this yellow sign.
So Fantasy Flight is using the design that Chaosium used.
Okay.
So they licensed that because that is not public domain. And then somehow there's something wrong with...
It's flipped around
It's
the other
flipped.
way.
It's either upside down or flipped backwards. There's something wrong about the orientation. Wrong only in that it's the orientation that the artist...
Yeah, because I think it's supposed to be something reaching up with its hands or something.
So
that's the one that's licensed. So that's not one you can just make copies of and sell.
In fact, you've got those fezzes, and I asked the fez guys when I was at Gen Con last, hey, you've got one, and they were like, that's when they explained to me, no, you have to license that Chaosium yellow sign because Chaosium owns that.
But there is another yellow sign, right?
Well, there are all kinds of other yellow signs, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can make
your own.
You can make your own yellow sign.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And in fact, Robert W. Chambers has nothing to do with the Chaosium now Fantasy Flight yellow sign that everybody thinks of when they think of yellow sign, which is I've never seen it portrayed yellow.
Yeah, and it's also never explained in the book what it looks like in Chambers' work, right?
Right.
Yeah,
right.
Okay. All right, so here's my basic weakness. Lost Soul. Revelation. Check the campaign log. If you have more or equal doubt than conviction, blah. If you have more conviction than doubt, test my willpower, where X is your intellect. If you fail, take 2 damage. So here's the thing. My intellect, or my willpower is 4, my intellect is 2, so I'm beating it by 2.
Good for you.
And I tied it.
You were more willful than smart.
Yes.
Which paid off for you.
Which, I don't want to die, though, Brad. Is there a resign location? Is this a resign location? Where did we start? Is this a resign?
Nope, there's no resign location.
We haven't found it yet. Okay. All right. So that was that. So now we're back to the investigator phase.
Okay.
You want to evade.
I do. And I'm going to start with an evasion. Or I could attack him.
No, don't attack. Well, you could.
I could.
Because you could put a token on him. And you could attack him again and put a token on him. And you could evade him, but you'll be still hanging around. But he'll be exhausted during his enemy phase.
So it's getting 6.
Yeah, it takes 6. 3 per...
We can do 2 per round,
2
right?
per round.
Group limit of... So, okay. So here's something I can do.
You could evade him, and then I could attack him.
But I can take a blood pact.
Oh, okay. And kill our...
So what?
Okay.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, at this point, we need to try to get rid of him, right?
Right. So if I could attack him and put a clue on him,
Mm-hmm.
attack him and put a clue on him,
And then evade him.
and then evade him, but I only get 1 shot at evading him that way.
Yeah. And then otherwise you take 3 horror.
Yeah.
Which will put you basically almost dead.
Yeah. But my attack, his attack is 5. My attack is going to be, with my blackjack out, my attack is going to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, okay. Do it. Do it. 2 times.
All right. So I will put a Doom on Blood Pact.
Okay.
I'm at 8. He's at 5. I'm up by 3.
You're going to draw a horrible one, Brad.
This is going to be terrible
This is gonna
because
be
you
a
know I'm going to
horrible
fail.
draw.
I'm going to fail.
this thing.
+1. All right.
Right, so
So
you
I'm going to put
one thing on him.
1 clue on him.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to do it again.
Do it again.
Now, I mean, I'm up by 3, but this is terrible. I mean, I'm going to lose.
Yeah, but okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Put another one on him.
Okay, now evade him. But you're gonna just draw horribly on this evade.
I am. So
You need to change your orientation.
no. Nope, I don't. I have unexpected courage, though.
Okay.
So it gives me, so I'm 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm up by 3 still.
Okay, you're gonna
Still,
draw a horrible.
yeah.
You're gonna draw a horrible one.
Look at
Brad.
those, look at
How
those
horrible is
tentacles.
it?
It's that guy.
It's that guy, which is -2. If you fail, lose 1 resource for each point you fail by.
I did not fail.
Okay, so he is evaded at our location. So he's exhausted. Yeah, just...
What is it? Discard a card from your hand, gain resources equal to the icons.
I don't want to
to
do
the
that
will
this
icons on
time.
that card.
All right.
All right, look
My
at me,
turn.
Steven, doing things.
Look at you, Brad.
Oh, there should be another thing on Blood Pact.
Okay, so now we're at -1 to the agenda. But here's the thing. We put 6 on him, the act advances.
Oh, God.
And we don't want the act to advance. But there's no way we can get rid of him. There's no way we can get rid of him. I mean, the only way that we can get him to leave us alone for just a little bit is for the next day to start.
Yeah,
But it doesn't say what happens when we get 6 on him, the act advances.
right.
This is tough.
This is crazy.
Okay, I've got this thing on me. I'm going to attack it. It's at 5 with its attack. Or should I try? I can't evade it. My evade is just horrible. But it's already down by 1. So I'm going to attack it. It's at 5. I'm at 5. If my beat cop was still out... Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw in Vicious Blow. So now I'm at 4. 5 with my machete. 6 with my Vicious Blow.
Okay.
6 to its 5. I'm up by 1. And this thing does not have Retaliate. Oh, I know this is going to just be horrible, Brad. It is X with the amount of Doom in play. So it's at
3.
-3. So I lost by 3. So this is gone. Now I'm tied. All I have to do is hit it once, though, Brad, and it's dead. +1. It's dead.
Okay.
Okay, so this goes away, right? Doesn't have a victory on it.
Okay.
This goes away. When the game ends, if attached enemy is in play... Okay, that's done. So this goes over here. That goes away. For my third action, I'm going to hang out with you. And I'm going to... I thought I had a thing that lets me...
That's if you go up to this one space up here, you can...
Oh, this one?
I think so, yeah.
No, well, I can't do that. I'm gonna have to spin this. Do I spend it on you or me? I'm gonna have to spend it on me because I'm at 4 and I've only got 2 more left.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend that final resource, heal myself up. This goes away. That is still exhausted. And my turn is done. All right, so now it is the enemy phase. This guy's aloof. He's just going to hang out.
All right.
That guy's not going to do anything.
He's about to engage one of us.
So it's time for the upkeep phase.
He'll regret it, I'm sure.
So we're going to reset everything. And is he going to engage with you again?
I guess.
You did so good at evading him and attacking him last time.
Oh, thanks, man. I'm not going to be able to evade him this time.
Now,
though.
okay, listen. Have him attack me. I can take the damage. And when he engages with me, I get a resource.
You can't take the damage.
He can, because when you damage him, is it only when the attack is successful?
Yeah, you can't.
If you successfully attack.
Yeah. You don't get to, you can't damage, you can't throw the damage on him like Zoe's thing.
That's okay.
And if
I get the resource.
No, because you're going to die if he.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And I can't evade him. Boo. All right, so you get him. Upkeep phase continues, so let's draw a card and get a resource.
Okay, I drew my card already. I'm not going to take a resource.
Okay. And then it is the Mythos phase. And so we're going to put one on here, which is now up to 0. And you get to draw and encounter card.
All right. Spires of Carcosa, Omen, Revelation. Attach to your location, then place 2 Doom on that location. If there is no Doom on attached location, discard Spires of the Carcosa.
Shoot.
And then we can investigate. If you succeed, instead of discovering clues here, remove 1 Doom from attached location.
So now we're back down to -2. But if we draw the skull head, we're at a -6.
Yeah, it doesn't.
This sucks. Fudge indeed. I got to draw one.
Okay.
And I get Spires of Carcosa. Does these
I think
stack?
they probably stack.
All right, attach your location, then place 2 Doom on the location. Well, we're not getting into day 2.
Blah. All right, Stephen.
All right, it is your turn, Brad.
Here's what I think.
Yeah, so how are we going to do this? I mean, so we made the mistake early in the game by not taking clues.
Yeah.
We should have been investigating, not
Do you have
taking
any
clues.
chance of investigating and getting that clue?
My investigation is using my book power, which is only 2. And the shroud here is 2.
And with the Spires of Carcosa, I mean, I'm thinking it says, as an action, investigate. If you succeed, instead of discovering clues here, remove 1 Doom.
I mean, I'm told it's 0. Yeah, so I could investigate 3 times, providing that you can evade.
But are you going to get clues or are you going to get Doom?
I'm going to get Doom. Because we want this to advance, and the only way this is going to advance is if we clear off those.
All right. So
I could attack that guy.
So why don't I go first? I'm going to try to evade him. I'm going to do as many tries to evade this guy as I possibly can.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I should attack him, right? Because he's at what, 3?
If he's not evaded, his attack is 5.
Maybe we should just keep evading him because we really don't want the act to advance.
Well, right now we should. Yeah, I don't know.
But let's get the Doom. We have to take care of the Dooms.
No, we don't. I think we get the hell out of there.
Okay. But we have to get rid of the Dooms in order for this to advance. For the agenda to advance.
Where have
this guy's aloof. Investigate. Your location gets +2 shroud for this investigation. If you succeed, instead of discovering clues, defeat the man in the pallid mask. But we have not been up here yet.
So I think I'm going to, ideally, I'm going to evade and then try to move here.
Okay.
That's ideally.
Yeah, but we know what's going to happen.
So my evasion is 3, 4.
No, because you're not a...
I'm
Do you
fine.
need to change your thing?
No. Not using anything weird here.
Hey, Elder Sign.
+2 enemy switch rolls. I will switch rolls.
Okay.
To Seeker. All right, so I evaded him.
Okay. And then you're going to move.
I'm going to move. What's the weird thing there?
You can spend an action to test your willpower at 6. If you succeed, either place 1 doom on the current agenda or remove 1 doom from the current agenda. Group limit 1.
All right, I'm just going to move up
Per
here.
game. Yeah.
What's that? What's the weird?
This one is as an immediate action when your turn begins. If you are in this place, draw 1 card. Group limit once per round.
If I begin my turn there, I draw 1 card.
You can draw 1 card. Yes.
Okay. All right, I'll have to remember to do that. All right.
Those are your 3 actions then.
Yep.
Okay. For my first action, I should investigate, right? Or not?
I think you should come up here and investigate.
Okay. But this is investigation of 3. Down here it's 2. At least I'm tied down there.
Or you should come up here and draw a card, or you should, I don't know.
Okay. Well, I think we should just keep running away from the man and the, this guy.
Yeah, the organist.
1, 2. And I'm just going to draw a card. 1, draw a card. Oh, how about if I go 1, draw a card. That'd be 2, and then I'm going to spend 2. Oh no, that doesn't make any sense. And then I'll just move up here and end my turn with you. Okay, enemy phase, aloof, nothing.
All right.
Upkeep phase,
Reset.
reset, so he's down here.
Yep.
He does nothing. Our cards flip. Okay, we draw 1 card and gain 1 resource.
I am going to... Geez, I got a card I want to... Oh my gosh, this is so
You
bad.
have a card that you want to spend, that you want to create?
Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to take a resource.
Okay.
All right.
And then it is the Mythos phase, so we're going to add 1 doom to the agenda, which brings us to a -1. No.
Yeah, -3.
6 -3. So we're at a -3 to the 5 that we need. So we need 8. 8 more rounds, Brad. Okay, please take a horrible deck card and get something horrible.
Hunting Shadow, Curse, Peril, you cannot help me.
No,
I must either spend 1 clue or take 2 damage.
Well, you could take the damage. And really, at this point, we know that advancing the act is a bad thing, right?
No, we don't know that. We don't know anything. I mean, that's the thing, Stephen. We don't know anything anymore.
Our conviction is better than our doubt, Brad. So we know what's going on now. We know that the act deck is bad. The agenda deck is good.
I know the act deck was bad a minute ago, and the agenda deck was good a minute ago.
I'm convinced that the act deck is bad. The agenda deck good.
But the polarity could have reversed itself
No,
again.
not in one night. So go ahead and spin the clue.
All right.
I mean, if we're not worried about defeating the organist.
See, I am worried. I want to defeat the organist. I think that's the way we're going to get anything. I think that's going to get us something.
I don't think it will.
What if the organist is actually Nigel in disguise?
I don't think so. I really don't think so. I mean, he does have a flip side card, which we haven't seen. All right, take 2 horror.
I'm gonna it's just 2 damage. It's just 2 damage.
All right, my card is something horrible that says, the yellow sign. Search your deck for a madness weakness. All right, so I'm tied at 4.
What are you doing here?
I've found the yellow sign. Revelation. Test my willpower at 4. If you fail, take 1 horror, or take 2 horror, and search your deck for a madness weakness.
All right, I'm gonna contribute a card to this. Okay.
Oh, okay. So this gives me 1.
Yeah.
So I'm up by 1. And I draw something horrible, and it is a +1.
All right.
Yay. Thanks, Brad.
Wow.
That saved us.
It didn't. You would have been fine without it.
Notice how our luck is suddenly reversed.
Hmm.
All right. We are at the investigator phase.
All right. I think I should go first. I'm going to move up there and
This guy?
Yeah, and investigate.
Okay. So this location is the Père Lachaise Cemetery, the largest cemetery in Paris and its first garden cemetery. Père Lachaise is beautiful as it is haunting. Oh, wow. Nice. The shroud here is 1. 2 clues per investigator. So 4 clues here.
Wow.
Forced. After you successfully investigate the cemetery, you cannot leave the cemetery until the end of the round. So...
Okay. So I think I'm going to start by investigating our
1, 2,
aloof
3,
buddy there, though.
4. So how does this work? Investigate. Your location gets +2 shrouds, so the shroud is now at 3 for this investigation. If you succeed, instead of discovering clues, defeat the man in the pallid mask. So you have a shroud of 3.
Okay. My investigate is 3, 4 for dark horse, 5 for magnifying glass.
Okay.
I am a seeker.
So you're up by 2. You're going to draw something horrible.
Oh, I'm going to fail this. So I got 3 tries.
I mean, the worst that could happen is you get the absolute fail.
-1.
There you go.
Okay.
So you've defeated him.
All right. And I get to put a tally. I'm going to do this right now.
Okay.
I don't want to forget. I'm going to put a tally on chasing the stranger.
So we're at 4 now?
Yep.
Okay. Awesome.
Good for us.
Is it?
I believe it is, yes.
Okay. So that was your second.
All right. Where'd you put
action.
him?
He's right there.
Okay.
Does he go into your...
I think he goes in my discard eventually. He's going to go back in my deck eventually, so I'll just put him there. All right. That's 2 actions.
That's 2 actions.
For my next action.
For my next trick. Now, the shroud here goes back down to 1.
Right. So now I'm going to investigate.
Okay.
So I'm at 3, 4, 5 versus 1. I'm up by 4.
Why don't you go ahead and draw that horrible...
that red tentacle
tentacle
token.
one.
Yep, there it is. Nope.
Oh, no, that's not that
It's
one.
the
-2.
elder thing. -2. Good enough. Give me a clue. All right. So he's got 2 on him.
Mm-hmm.
I've got 2.
Mm-hmm.
That's a total of 4. If you could come up here, if you could move and investigate.
Okay. I'm going to move up here. I shall investigate with my investigate of 2. Yeah, my investigate of 2, Brad.
You're up by 1.
I'm up by 1, and I'm going to fail this big time, and I get a -1.
You got it.
And I'm going to investigate again and fail this one with a Death's Head, which is...
minus everything.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Max 5. So,
Max 5, okay.
So I failed that one.
All right.
All right. It is now the enemy phase, right? Yeah. So he's going to move 2. And there are no other enemies, so it is now the upkeep phase. So we'll flip, draw 1 card, gain 1 resource.
I'm going to... What do I want to do? Do I want to... If I gain a resource... No, it's just not... There's just not a point to it.
How much damage can you take?
I can take 4 more,
Oh,
and then I'll die.
okay. Then I don't want to use this.
You got some dynamite?
I do.
No, you don't. It's going to blow up the cemetery. Oh. All right. Let's see here.
Yeah, and the problem is he can't take damage. He can, yeah, so I just have to fight him. So this, again, doesn't really do me any good. But if we evade him and then just beat the crap out of him while he's down. So 1, 2, so we've got 3. We need one more clue at this location. It is the Mythos phase. Oh, you're still deciding whether you want to take a resource or not, right? Did you draw a card?
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm
okay.
Good to go. Okay.
All right. So we are now at -2.
No.
Yes.
No, we're at
4.
-2.
4.
Right? Okay.
2. Yeah. -2. And now it is time for you to get something horrible, Brad.
We can't move 2 away from him.
Yeah, we can. 1, 2.
No.
Oh no, he's right there. 1, 2. No.
We could go 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
But I can't investigate. Well, I can only drop 2 on him at a time anyway. Treachery, twisted to his will, pact, revelation. If there is no doom in play. Otherwise, test will X, where X is the amount of doom in play.
Oh, no. No.
If you fail, discard 2 cards from your hand at random.
Oh, well, you just might as well just discard 2.
Yeah.
Let me pick, right?
Let's actually do this. Test wills. 3.
I mean, you might.
I mean, I could take a blood pact.
No, stop. We need to advance the agenda. I know you think that we've flipped it. Now you're starting to get into your doubt territory. I'm convinced that this is good. This is bad.
10. Yeah, I'm at 10 versus, right? Is that right? 4,
8, 10.
10 versus 3, 4. I could throw in a card, but
why? You're not, unless you have like a card that's going to throw in 8. Don't waste a card.
Pick the
you
card
said you were going to draw.
No, I'm not.
You might as well
fail.
What if? Do you have anything? I mean, does your elder sign give you a plus to anything?
No, it gives me +2, and I may switch rolls.
Okay.
Pick the card I'm keeping.
This one is the one you get to keep.
All right. Well, that's fine. All right.
Okay. I get. You can get rid of that card. I get Hunted by Biaki. Revelation. Test my agility at 6. If you fail, reveal the top X cards in the encounter deck, where X is the amount you failed by. If at least one Biaki enemy is revealed the effect, choose and draw one of them. If at least one Omen Treachery is revealed by the effect, take one horror. Shuffle the encounter deck. Okay. So my agility is at 2. So I'm going to fail by at least 4. Because I'm not going to throw in this card. Because I want to save it. And I get a Death's Head, where the Death's Head is
-5.
So it's -5. So I failed by 3. So reveal the top 3 cards, Brad.
A Swift Biaki.
Okay.
An Omen card. And a Curse.
Okay, so I have to take the Biaki.
And then
the Omen. And I have to take a horror for that.
Okay. That's not good.
It's not great. I mean, I still have 2 left. I mean, we can still survive this. Shall I punch this? Oh, so this guy engages with me.
Yeah.
I get a resource. I'm going to go ahead and immediately spend a resource. Exhaust that. And give 1 damage to this thing.
All right.
Then, if you don't mind me going first.
Let's think about that for a second. What's the thing? If I investigate there, what happens? Am I stuck there? I cannot move?
Yeah, you can't move until the end of the round. So if you're going to move, you need to move now. I can't move, so I'm stuck here. If I'm stuck here, he's going to engage with me. And at which point I will die. Or I will go insane.
Well, so if I leave and go over there, then that guy can come up here. Yeah, let's...
He doesn't say who he hunts.
Right. He hunts whoever we want him to.
So he could hunt you. But he would come over to your location and not be able to attack. He wouldn't be exhausted either.
All right, maybe I should get a clue and then draw a couple of cards and just sit here.
Okay.
So you might as well go first.
All right. I'm going to now attack with my machete. Actually, put me up by 2. Oh, he would attack. I wouldn't have a chance to evade. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to attack with my machete, which gives me 4/5 against its 2. So I'm up by 3. I'm going to just draw the worst one in here, and I get a 0. So this thing is dead. No victory points on that guy. And oh, I wish I had that sooner. I guess I'll investigate. I'm up by 1, a 0, so I get that clue. Might as well investigate. We have enough now. We have enough clues now.
Mm-hmm.
So I will draw a card and end my turn.
Okay.
With something that could really help us out.
All right.
What are you going to do, Brad?
I'm going to investigate.
All right. Shroud here is 1.
3, 4, 5 with my magnifying glass and my dark horse. -2, I'm fine.
Okay.
So I'll take that clue.
All right.
My magnifying glass is going to snap back into my hand.
Yeah.
I'm going to, for my second action, take a resource.
And get rid of your dark horse.
As a fast action, I'm going to drop my magnifying glass for the price of 1.
Okay.
I'm just going to make that go away. Oh, and this is going to snap back into my hand.
Okay.
Now, I could either draw a card or I could
get a resource, but you don't want a resource. Yeah, so
So I'm going to take a resource.
So wait, you investigated?
Yeah, I took a resource.
So took resource.
And then as a fast action, I took a third resource, or second resource for my third action. Fast action, drop my magnifying glass for a cost of 1.
There you go.
Got rid of the torturous cords.
And that pops back into
your hand. Pops back into my hand.
I wonder if that's a broken mechanic or if we're just interpreting that.
I think this is such a weird circumstance
that it would just a weird mechanic.
Just a really weird circumstance, but I think it works.
So you're done.
I'm done, and I'm going to.
Okay, you can you don't have a dodge, do you? Because he's going to move in here and attack.
Yeah, I'm going to have to take that attack, and that's okay.
All right.
Trying to think of, do I want to? Yeah. Do I want to go ahead and switch to Guardian now? I think I'm going
to switch to Guardian now.
Switch to Guardian now.
Because then you can use your blackjack, right?
Yeah. I'm not going to regret not drawing 2 cards just then, but instead of doing all that. I think that was kind of stupid. Oh well.
Enemy turn. After the organist moves from the hunter keyword, if it is unengaged, resolve its hunter keyword. The organist cannot attack this phase. Limit once per round. He's going to move in. He's going to engage with you because you have more of the horror. You're going to take 3 horror.
Yes, I am. I'm 1 away from
because that's what happens immediately when they engage, or not.
Yep, he engages and attacks. I'm reasonably sure.
Because if not, we've really played that wrong.
Yeah, I mean, we know that because it says here that if he moves, he can't attack this phase.
Right.
So he normally would attack this phase. So yeah. All right, that's fine. I can do this.
Okay. Resets. Upkeep phase. Draw 1 card. Gain 1 resource.
I got a weakness.
Oh, did you really?
Yep. If I have more conviction than doubt, test will, where X is my intellect. So they're the same. If I fail, take 2 damage. So they're both the same. So an even and even. Now I could throw something on Blood Pact.
Oh man, I don't think we're ever going to advance this agenda, so go ahead. I mean, there's no way we're going to advance the agenda at this rate.
Skull.
Skull, yeah, -5.
So wait, -5, so I'm only up by 3. So yeah, I failed. Take 2 damage. Oh, it's looking pretty rough for me, Stephen.
Oh, so that was your draw. Okay, now it's time for the encounter.
Yeah.
So we're going to put a doom on the agenda.
I'm not going to take a resource.
Okay.
The agenda then...
No, it doesn't.
Oh, that's right.
We're down by 2. Now we're down by 2.
All right.
3, 7, 5. Yeah, we're down by 2.
All right.
So go ahead and take an encounter card.
Frozen in Fear. Oh, no.
Yeah, this is bad.
First time you perform one of the following actions, each round it costs 1 additional action. Move, fight, or evade.
So you can evade and then take a resource or take a card, because that's all you'll be able to do.
This is the first time you perform one of the following actions. So I could evade and then fight. Or I could evade and then try to...
evade will take 2.
Right, and then...
But fight will take 2.
So only the first time you perform...
You take one of these actions.
First time you perform one of the following actions. The second time I perform one of these following actions.
No, evade, that's the first time you perform it, so that's going to take 2.
Right.
Fight is the first time you perform that action. That's also going to take 2.
No, it's not the first time. It's not the first time I perform each of the following actions.
Ah, okay.
It's the first time I perform one of the following actions. Each round.
Okay.
Costs 1 additional action. I've got to test will at 3. If I succeed, discard Frozen in Fear.
Well, maybe you'll
test
it and find out.
Here we go. Draw.
Nope. Go ahead. Did you already test?
No. It's at the end of my turn that I tested.
Oh, okay. Deadly Fate. Revelation. Test my willpower at 3. If you fail, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until an enemy is discarded. You must either draw that enemy or that enemy attacks you from the discard pile. If no enemy is discarded, take 1 horror instead. So I can test my willpower at 3. I am up by 1. If I still had my rosary, I'd be up by 2. Is it worth throwing anything in that I don't? Oh, yeah. I'm not going to be able to use this. I'm going to just go ahead and throw in dynamite for an extra one.
Okay. Oh, God.
And fail this. What happened? Did you screw up?
I screwed up something really big a while ago.
What'd you do?
I'll finish that and I'll tell you what it was.
Death said I failed. So until an enemy is found. Hunting Shadows. Twisted to His Will. Frozen Fear. Marked by the sign. We have to reshuffle now.
Okay, I'm going to shuffle those back in here too.
Hey, on the plus side, this is the furthest down I've ever gotten in my deck.
Hey.
Maybe you too.
I'm not even close.
If I was you, I would actually be through my deck by now. I have a feeling.
Are you kidding?
Keep keep discarding until we get an enemy.
Hey, there's one. It's Stealthy Byakhee.
Yep, let me have it.
Or he can attack you from the thing, but you don't want that.
No. No.
Take a resource and snap him with your cross or not?
Oh, yeah, I'll do that. I will take a resource, spend a resource, tap it, and plop that on there.
Okay, so I'll tell you the horrible...
what did you screw up?
So I cannot use both Blood Pact and my Blackjack at the same time.
So what would have happened?
Well, I should have been a mystic all those times I was using Blood Pact. In fact, I used Blood Pact a minute ago.
You only used Blood Pact once.
Yeah, I used it 3 times.
Yeah, I know, but the other times I'm pretty sure you were a mystic.
No, I wasn't, because I was also using.
So what do you need to do?
We're just going to just asterisk it. Yeah, okay. It's too complicated. Who knows? I mean,
you'd probably be dead by now.
Yeah, no, I don't. But I just who knows.
So, all right. Here we are.
Well, am I going to go first? I might as well, right?
Yeah, you might as well.
All right, I'm going to switch to Mystic first.
Okay.
So I can use my Blood Pact when I need to.
Mm-hmm.
First, though, I'm going to evade.
You're going to evade him and then beat him up? Okay.
So I'm going to evade at 3, 4 to his 3. I'm up by 1.
And your thing that's costing you 2 actions.
Right. Cost me 2 actions. I'm only up by 1, so I'm probably going to fail this. -1. Oh, I did it. I evaded him.
Okay,
All right,
so
that
he's
cost me
evaded
2
our
actions.
location.
All right.
So your final action is going to be...
Now I could move away from here.
No, you can't. Because we're in a location that says you cannot
No.
move until the end of the round.
That was because I investigated.
Okay, yeah.
That was a while back.
Yep, that's right.
So I could move away from here.
You could. Which might be a good thing for you to do, but you'd only be able to move 1 space.
But he's not going anywhere.
No. And then I could punch this guy. I could punch this guy and still get out of here. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. We're going to move here with a thought to coming here.
Why?
Well, okay, let's do, no, I'm not going to
move there and see what happens.
I need to get 2 spaces away from him eventually.
Okay.
All right, I might as well. I guess I can move here and see what happens.
Yeah, I mean,
all right. This is the Canal Saint Martin. This underground canal connects the River Seine to the Canal d'Ourcq. An old cracked staircase leads down to the canal's entrance, and there's a giant tentacle there. The Shrouder is 4. There are 2 clues, 1 per investigator. This is a reaction. After you evade an enemy at Canal Saint Martin, move that enemy to a connecting location. Limit once per round. Are we out of...
Yeah.
I've got plenty. Cool. I will donate some to the cause.
Okay.
So we need 2 clues.
Yep, 2 clues. The Shroud is 4. Probably would have been better for you to move down here, but whatever. All right, that was your third action.
That was my third action.
All right, so for my first action, I'm going to try to punch the crap out of this Byakhee.
All right.
I am at 4, 5 for the attack against its 5. Ooh. I will throw in my Kukri for +1. So that puts me up to 6. I'm going to lose this one so bad. Oh, -2. So I lost by 1.
Wait, what? You're at 6 to its 5?
To its 5.
All right.
Yeah.
Try again.
And I lose again. -1, so I tied it. Now it's dead. And then I will move over here to join you to stay away from him, even though I probably could have hit him for 1. Actually, do I want to do that?
Yes.
What is his evade? Is 3? Brad, do I want to do that? Okay, I'll do that. Get rid of that. I was just committed for the skill test. Okay, enemy phase. He doesn't do anything.
All right.
Upkeep phase.
Flip everybody over.
He doesn't do anything, right? He doesn't do his hunter action.
Right.
Okay. Reset that. Now it is draw a card.
We'll put a doom.
Oh, no, we're going to draw a card and take a resource.
I am going to take a resource this turn. Oh, at the end of my turn, I was supposed to test will at 3.
Go ahead and test it.
All right. My will is, in fact, 4 because I had no extra resource then. Good. Got it. All right.
Got rid of it.
Frozen in fear is gone.
Okay. Now we put another... Can you put another Doom token on the agenda? There's the last one there. This may be pretty close to being the end.
So, where are we at now?
We are at -1.
-1.
8 to its 6. Only 6 more to go, Brad.
All right.
Oh, boy. All right, now go ahead and take an encounter card, Brad.
Marked by the sign, Packed Peril, you cannot help me here. Revelation, test will at 2. If you fail, take 2 horror. If the man in the pallid mask is in play, horror dealt by this effect is considered direct horror, and this test has +2 difficulty. He is not in play.
Not in play.
I investigated the heck out of him. Test will at 2. My will is actually 4. So I'm probably going to fail and lose. Oh my God, another one of these things came undone. Nope, maybe not. Maybe I just dreamed that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. One had come undone too, but it was not the case.
All right.
Getting crazy.
We are getting crazy. It's getting hectic.
It is.
-2. What did I say? Was it 3, 4? It's even. I did it.
Did it.
Good.
And I get Deadly Fate. Test my willpower at 3. I am at 4. I get a 0. So Deadly Fate goes away.
All right.
Now it is top of the round, and Brad, it is your turn.
All right. I'm going to move.
Okay.
Because we need to be 2 away from him.
All right.
So when he comes here, he does not attack anybody. I am going to, as my second action, spend a resource and bring up my ally, who just happened to be visiting Paris. He also escaped from the asylum, Dr. William T. Mallison. He's still working on something big.
Yeah, sure he is.
As you might remember, when I draw an encounter card, I can exhaust Dr. William T.
You need
Mallison.
to change your,
Oh, that's right. Change my. Thank you. Changing to Seeker. So anyway, when I draw an encounter card, exhaust Dr. William T. Mallison and place one of my clues on my location, cancel the drawing of that card and shuffle it back into the encounter deck, then draw a new card from the top of the encounter deck.
Okay.
This is something to do.
Sure.
All right.
That's your second action.
As a fast action, I'm going to play my magnifying glass.
Okay.
And as my third and final action, I'm going to investigate. The shroud here is 2. So I've got 3, 4, 5. I'm up by 3. Probably going to fail. Nope, I didn't.
Hey, you got a clue. Now, do you get 2 clues?
Nope.
All right. That was your third action, or do you have one more?
That was my third and final action.
Okay. My turn. For my first action, I'll just go ahead and move over here with you. For my second action, I'm going to spend 1 and pull out Liquid Courage with 4 supplies on it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And for my third action, instead of using it, I could heal 1 horror right now. I'd use up my third action. Oh, but this other guy...
You can't.
Oh, wait. Ha-ha!
Right.
I'm going to spend 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And bring in the big lug Leo DeLuca, which gives me, you may take an additional action during your turn. Now I will use one of my Liquid Courages.
Okay.
And I'll spend the supply, choose an investigator at your location. I will heal 1 horror, which I need to do.
Okay.
Then that investigator takes the willpower at 2. My willpower is at 4. Elder Sign, I succeed. He or she heals 1 additional horror.
Wow. Well played.
Yeah, there we go. If the test fails, he or she discards 1 random card from his hand. That's fine. With my Elder Sign, if the skill test is successful during an attack. Okay. Done. Aha!
Mm-hmm.
Hunter. Yeah, it always has to move towards us. So 1, 2. He doesn't do anything.
Cannot attack.
Cannot attack. We get nothing at this point. Enemy phase is over. So now does the upkeep phase. Yeah, he doesn't engage with us. Right?
Right.
I could actually engage with him.
Well,
no, I can't.
he doesn't attack, but he does engage.
Okay, so who do we want him to engage with? Because I could actually take it. I can also easily evade. I could evade him by +1.
Why don't you engage him? You take the resource.
Okay. Got so many resources, Brad.
All right.
I also have Leo DeLuca, which can take some of that splash action.
Okay.
Yeah, but I can't. Damage isn't going to do anything because that's not the same as
right
injuring him. So that's the enemy phase. Upkeep phase allows us to flip our cards.
Maybe I need to... No, okay.
You can't take any... Unless you can evade him, you shouldn't take him.
Yeah, I'm not good at evading.
Not right now, right?
All right. Why don't I...
Are you sure you don't want to take him?
Yeah, it's you, because you were able to evade him.
I'm up by +1 on the evade.
I'm at 4. I'm also at +1. Okay, let's talk about this. If I take him...
You've got a guy. I've got a guy.
If I take him, I'll evade.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll try to attack him and try to attack. I'll evade as long as it takes to evade him.
Mm-hmm.
Then I can try to attack him a couple times. If I fail to, most we can attack him is 2 times.
Well, most we can put markers on him is 2 times.
2 times.
Yeah. But we're still going to be in that same location with him when he...
But if we evade him...
Yeah, won't do anything.
He won't do anything. So if I work to evade and
succeed,
anything you've got left over, you can spend resources to load up on there
courage.
And then heal one of us. Mm-hmm. So I should go first.
Yeah.
Right,
so do you want to take him?
Give me him.
All right, because we still have to do...
Put the resource you gained from him getting on you back.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Now we have to draw a card and get a resource.
Okay.
Because we're at that stage. Draw a card, get a resource.
I am not going to take a resource.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Then we put... Can you put another Doom on the agenda?
Right, the agenda is at now...
So we're at 0. So we only got 5 more to go.
Okay.
I hope we're reading that right.
Yeah, we're reading that right.
Because that would really be...
hilarious. Yep.
Okay. Now you get to draw a card and make it something horrible, Brad.
Twin Sons. Test lore at 4. If you fail, you must either remove 1 doom from the current agenda or take 1 horror for each point you failed by.
Well, go ahead and just remove a doom.
Well, why don't I test first?
Yeah, test it. But then...
I'm at 4. I can throw a card in to get it 5. So I can be up by 1.
Okay, if you want to do that. Go for it.
I'll use a deduction, so I'm up by 1.
Okay. You're in super mode, so that's good. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. You're just committing a card, too.
Tentacle guy.
Tentacle guy is -2.
So I failed. So either remove 1 doom or take 1 horror for each point. I'm going to remove the doom. I think that's probably the
that is your
wisest decision. All right.
And my turn, and I'm going to get a Pale Mask Beckons, Omen Pact. You cannot help me. If the man in the pallid mask is in play, he attacks each investigator in player order, regardless of his current location. Whoo! If the man in the pallid mask is not in play, search his bearer's deck and discard pile for him. Draw him. Shuffle his bearer's deck. So you have to... He's going to come back into play.
Okay. Say that again. So you should... Okay. All right.
If the man in the pallid mask is in play, he attacks each investigator in player order, regardless of his current location. If the man in the pallid mask is not in play, search the bearer's deck and discard pile for him. Draw him and shuffle his bearer's deck. Resolve this effect even if the bearer is currently eliminated, searching all out-of-play areas.
So we had to search my discard pile.
Yeah.
Shuffle my deck? Shuffle my discard pile into my deck?
Search the bearer's deck and discard pile for him, draw him, and shuffle the bearer's deck.
Okay, shuffle my deck, but not shuffle my discard
Didn't
pile
say
into my
anything
deck.
about discard pile on that.
All right. I will shuffle my deck.
And where are we going to put him? Let's put him down here.
Yeah, I guess he's aloof. And we get another tally mark. I want to go down there. I do want to actually try to get rid of that doom by investigating.
What if we just put him here?
No, let's put him down there. Put him down there. And he's aloof, and we can investigate him. And
unless that thing comes up again. All right, we are at the player investigator phase. Man, this is a mess, and it's this is another long.
This is a long
game.
one. Sorry.
No, that's okay.
Really sorry.
I think we're playing it as fast as we can play it.
Oh, I tell you.
But it is your turn. So,
all right. So
evade.
First off, I'm going to try to evade. All right. So I'm at 3 and +1. I'm up by 1.
You're going to fail.
+2.
See? I think by saying it.
And I can switch.
And you want to get into Guardian phase and attack the crap out of him?
Maybe. Or maybe I want to get into Seeker phase and attack the crap out of him. Do I want to throw things on Blood Pact, or do I want to just use my Blackjack? Let's talk about this.
Blood Pact is going to do what?
Blood Pact gets me +3. Blackjack gets me +1. So
how many charges do you have on that?
On Blackjack?
On your...
Blood Pact?
Yeah.
So I can just keep throwing stuff on there.
But at some point it's got to discharge and
it's just subtracting from that.
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, seriously, we are not going to advance the agenda. So here's the thing. We're either going to advance the act or we're going to advance the agenda. If we're going to advance the agenda, you do not want to use the Blood Pact. Because we need 5. We only need 5 more rounds. So I would say let's just bludgeon this guy and try to,
Okay. So I'm going to switch to
Guardian mode.
Mystic.
Okay.
To drop in the Blood Pact.
No, because we want to advance the agenda, right?
Well, I thought we were going to advance this guy.
All right. Okay, that's fine.
I mean, we've got to do 2 this round, and then 2 next turn.
Yeah. Okay.
Because between the 2 of us, I've got 4. You've got 2.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and do the Blood Pact. That'll put us down by 1 again.
Right. All right. So I'll throw another one on Blood Pact. My fight is at 3. Oh wait. Let's do this. You know what? I will switch to Guardian. You've got a couple shots at this too.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
I'm going to switch to Guardian. So I'm at 3, 4, 5. He's at 5. I'm also going to throw in Overpower. I'm at +2.
Okay.
I'm going to fail.
You're going to fail.
And by the way, that switch was using my doohickey, so I can switch again if I want to.
Okay.
Switch was using the Elder Sign.
Yep.
So after I failed this, so I'm at +2. Is that what we said?
Yep.
Tentacle guy.
-2.
-2.
So you hit him.
I did hit him.
So you can put a clue on him.
Put a clue on him.
And then you're going to hit him again.
I'm going to try again. Now, do I want to switch and use Blood Pact, or do I want to do it at a deficit? I don't think I want to do it at a deficit.
Yeah, you better do a Blood Pact.
All right. So now it's going to be 3, 6, 7.
Okay.
I'm at +2
you only
again.
put the marker on there if you succeed.
Oh, no, I put the marker on there. So 3, 6, 7.
Okay. 0.
Did it.
Put him on there again.
All right, now you can...
I can do nothing. I mean, I can't attack him.
No, okay, but you don't want to attack him. But what you can do is you can spend a resource to charge up your thing.
And what I put on 1 on?
Yeah, it's an action.
Okay, so I spend a resource to put 1 on here.
Yeah, and then you can start a heal cycle.
Heal your horror for 1, right?
Okay, how does that work?
So here it is. I spend 1 supply, choose an investigator at your location to heal 1 horror.
Okay.
Then that investigator tests your willpower at 2. If the test succeeds, he or she heals 1 additional horror.
All right. Skull, it fails.
Okay.
All right.
If the test fails, he or she discards 1 card at random from his or her hand.
I have no cards.
Okay. So I'm going to spend...
Or you can
spend my liquid courage.
Okay.
Sorry. So those 2 should have gone away.
Nope. You put one on there.
Oh, so when I pulled 1 off earlier,
Uh-huh.
I thought I pulled from here, but okay.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, because I used a liquid courage already. That was the 2nd liquid courage I've used. This is the 3rd liquid courage I'm using.
But you've added 1 to it.
Oh, right. Okay.
How many did it start with?
Started with 3.
Started with 3. You used 1 on you.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. It started at 4.
Started with 4. You used 1 on you, 1 on me.
Mm-hmm.
You added 1 to it.
Okay.
And now you're going to use another one, so there should be 2 on there.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. but I still have to spend this to do it.
You've already spent that. I swear you did. Okay.
All right. Go ahead and heal another horror, Brad.
Okay. All right.
And then test your will at 2. Okay, you heal another horror.
Awesome.
Okay. Do you want to go for a third one?
Oh, because you've got another action, don't you?
Yeah.
Or
I could heal a health from you if you're.
You know what? Why don't you?
Oh no, this only works on horror.
Why don't you flip another resource onto there?
Oh, sure.
But that's going to come out of the.
Oh, out of here.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. All right. Okay, I'm done.
All right.
Enemy phase, aloof. Nothing. You have no enemies on you. So upkeep phase, this will reset. That will reset.
He's going to come down back to me, I think.
Okay, that's fair. But he doesn't attack you.
Nope.
Then we get into the upkeep phase. So we draw a card. Take a resource.
I will not take a resource.
2, 3, 4, 5. Check my hand size. I can't evade him. I can't evade him for you, right?
So what does this say when we get 6 clues on him? What does it say?
Advance. This game still has a long ways to go.
This is brutal.
Yeah. But we could be advancing here momentarily. Okay, so you drew a card, took a resource. To put a doom on here, please.
Okay.
And now we are at 8 to its 7.
So minus
1. So go ahead and take an encounter card.
Frozen in Fear.
Okay, you've done this one before.
Now, I could spend a clue and ditch this, but I think I should just take it.
Go ahead and ditch it. Because I've got 2 clues.
But I'm still going to draw another card.
Oh, if you ditch it.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, go ahead then.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and test it.
That's tested at the end of my turn.
Oh, test it at the end of your turn. Okay.
Yeah.
So I draw, and I get a Stealthy Byakuya. While Stealthy Byakuya is exhausted, it gets -3 to its fight. So I'm not going to be able to do anything this time. So, well, I mean, unless I kill this thing, which I could.
Do you want to take a resource and pop him for 1, or do you want to take a...
Yeah, because I will take a resource, and I will pop him for 1, which knocks him down by 1. And then I will go ahead and attack. I'll go ahead and just go first. I'll go ahead and go first and attack this Byakuya with a +1. So I'm tied at 5. I'm going to throw in Unexpected Courage and go up by 2. So I'm up by 2, and I get a Elder Face -2. So I tie. So he's dead. No victory points on that guy. That goes away. Okay, now I want to... That only gets me resources. Already got that. I'm going to attack that dude. He doesn't have Retaliate, right?
It does not.
But if I miss... And what is his attack?
This attack is just 3 horror.
No, I mean, what is his fight?
His fight is 5.
Ooh, I'm at 5. Okay, I can get it up by 1. So my first action was to fight that guy, which I did.
Mm-hmm.
My second action would be to fight that guy.
How are you getting up by 1?
My machete is, I'm at 5.
Okay.
And I'm going to throw in this machete for +1, which will get me up to 6.
Okay.
-2, so I lost by 1.
Okay.
Does that splash onto you?
Mm-hmm.
No?
Shoot, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, because he's not engaged with you. All right. So I take that damage. Just put the 1 away. Don't do that again.
All right.
Hmm.
All right. Oh, what if I engaged him first? And
okay, let's take that back. All right. Well, I guess you've got 2 actions, so you could engage him. No, because then I can't evade him if he engages you. If you engage him.
So does it cost me a whole action to engage?
Yeah.
Cost me a whole action to engage. I lost, but I have one more action because of Leo DeLuca. So I can evade him.
Okay, so let's say, all right, do you want to retroactively
I want to retroactively do that move.
Okay, so
even though it's a fail.
Okay, retroactively, you're going to engage.
Because I don't want you to take the damage.
All right. What if I damage you when I miss?
I'll be okay because I have like 6 damage that I can still take. All right, so I missed.
Okay.
So
now you got one more action.
So my first action was to
kill the Byakhee. Second action
was to engage. Third action was to attack and fail. Fourth action, because of Leo DeLuca, I will evade. My evade is 2.
But what if you just...
Oh, shoot. His evade is 3.
What if you just attack him again?
Okay. Yeah, but then... Okay, that's fine. Let's keep it...
Let's
keep it simple.
No, put him back on you and you attack him again.
Okay.
That way I've only got to attack him once. If you get this, I've only got to attack him once.
Okay, true. All right, so I'm going to attack... I have nothing else that I can commit to this fight.
I don't either.
I'm at 5. It's at 5. That's okay. Please let me fail on this one really hard. And I did. Congratulations.
Wow.
Okay. My turn is done.
All right. All right. I'm going to attack. I'm going to put...
I can take the damage, so don't worry about that.
All right. Go put one on Blood Pact. 3, 6, 7. I'm up by 2.
Okay. And does your Mystic Bludgeon do anything?
Nope.
Okay.
3, 6, 7. I'm up by 2.
You're up by 2.
That was my first 2 actions.
Oh, that's right.
And you take a damage.
Oh my goodness.
Unbelievable.
3 in a row for us.
Unbelievable,
right?
Yeah.
That's all your actions. All right, so he's gonna hit us hard.
He's gonna hit you for 3.
3 psychic damage. So I will take 3 of those.
Can Leo take 1?
He can take 2. Yeah, I'll take 2 of those, and he will take 1 of those.
That's on the monster phase.
That's the monster phase.
Reset.
Draw a card. Sweet.
Oh, I think I forgot to put another... I should have put another thing on the Blood Pact.
No, you put one on.
I should put 2 on.
Oh,
I attacked twice.
Oh, okay.
Oh, at the end of my turn, I do test.
Yep.
I'm at 3, 4. I'm going to throw in this card to put me at 5.
Okay. Yes,
all
there
right.
you go. Wish we would have had that on the attack.
No kidding.
That's okay. I think we still played that right. Just as long as you didn't take the damage, so that's okay. Although your investigator guy your ally could have taken that damage too.
Yeah. Okay, I drew my card. I'm not taking a resource.
All right.
Did you draw your card and take a resource?
I did.
All right.
And now it is add 1 to the mythos. Take a card and let's see what we have.
Hunting Shadow, Curse, Peril, Revelation. You must either choose one, spend 1 clue, or take 2 damage. I'm going to spin the clue, Stephen.
Okay. I mean, I still have 2 over here. He only needs 2.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to get the yellow sign. Test my willpower at 4. If you fail, take 2 horror and search your deck for a madness weakness. It says search my deck, not my discard pile.
That's what it says.
I don't have a madness weakness in here.
I'm going to have to take 2 horror.
Only if I fail. Yeah. And I do. Hooray! I take 2 horror.
-1. Where were you at? Where is it?
I'm at 4.
Oh.
And I had to do it at 4.
Oh.
I lost by
1. Yeah. Okay.
So I have to take 2 horror. Now the question...
1 on you and 1 on Leo.
Which will kill Leo. So I'm not going to be able to heal him. Okay, he's dead. That's okay.
But this is the worst.
It is. 1, 2, 3. Change these in. I've got one more sanity that I can take, and then I'm out. So you've dragged me all the way to France, Brad, on our first date, only to have me go insane. Also, I need to search my deck for a madness weakness.
I'm not sure you don't have one, by the way.
I have a basic weakness, but not a madness.
It's not a madness?
Nope.
That's nice.
I don't know how these all got. Nope, I have nothing in here, but I get to shuffle this around.
All right. I'm going first, Stephen.
Yes, you are, Brad. And I can take the damage if you miss.
That's right. Good. Just putting one on Blood Pact.
Okay.
3, 6, 7 to his 5.
We're so screwed at this game.
I'm gonna mess this up here.
You did.
Unbelievable.
You need to shake that bag up really
Stephen,
good.
I mean, there's like, I was like, there's no...
Well, now draw a good one.
Take another one.
Use your second action, and I have to take a damage. There you go, 0.
Okay.
So he takes...
Putting a clue. Put your clue on
I'll
him.
put my clue on him. Third action. Zero.
All right.
Do you want to put... Oh, yeah, I'll put my clue on him.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
If there are 6 clues on the organist, advance. Oh, hey, guess what? I think we're done. You pursue your quarry through the narrow avenue, passing a set of heavy iron gates. You are in a dead end, a court with tall, old houses on either side. You close the gates behind you and turn back towards the shadowed figure just as day begins to break. Rays of light peek out over the skyline, and you lift your hand to block the gaze of the sun. Then, as though dispersed by the sunlight, the figure you have been chasing folds into the shadows and vanishes. You search the court for the mysterious figure, but there are no signs of him anywhere. Just as you're about to leave, you spot a plaque next to a red-brown door atop a steep, narrow staircase. It reads, "In Ingram." Check your campaign log. If you intruded onto a secret meeting, proceed to R2. Otherwise, proceed to R1.
We intruded on a secret meeting.
Holy crap, Brad.
Wow.
Resolution 2. Let's see. If no resolution was reached...
By the way, I just cannot believe that this is happening.
Yeah, well, let's read resolution.
Yeah.
So if no resolution was reached, so we didn't have to do that.
We're R2.
R2. Resolution 2. You can only assume the house belongs to Nigel Ingram. The director of the King in Yellow. At last, you have finally found your quarry, and yet is it a little relief to your straining sanity. Sure enough. You feel like a dog being led by a leash, your fate decided by a cruel master who has long kept you in the dark. You push these gloomy thoughts to the back of your mind, and you knock on Mr. Ingram's door. A flock of magpies scatters from the rooftop at the sudden noise. Then, to your surprise, the door opens.
Oh, I'm so nervous right now. I can't believe this is happening. This is crazy. I'm full of doubt suddenly.
Across the threshold of the doorway stands a tall man with a thick brown mustache. A familiar silver-handled cane leans against the wall next to his coat hanger. "So it's you," he says. "Come in. I've expected you for some time." He turns away and walks towards his kitchen. You can hear a teapot whistling as though he'd been preparing for your arrival. You enter his home, unsure of what to do next. This gentle, unassuming man is not quite what you had expected. Nigel's home is a mess of notes, old books, and strange diagrams. Covering the coffee table in his living room is an old faded map bearing many folded creases and tattered edges. It looks to be an incomplete map of the catacombs beneath Paris, or at least a section of it. Mr. Ingram returns moments later with hot tea and a plate of cheese and crackers. "I assume you're here to find the path to Carcosa," he asks, wearing an excited grin. You shake your head in response, but he doesn't seem to notice. He paces back and forth around his room and he speaks rapidly. "He told me that you would be arriving soon, that I should prepare." Nigel turns toward you as he reaches the wooden door across from you, his eyes flashing. Don't worry, all is ready. The way is paved. He opens the door to his study and steps inside, leaving you behind to interpret his cryptic comments. You wait a few minutes for him to return, but then he does not. You begin to worry. Then you notice the mold has already begun to grow over the cheese he's brought you. Mr. Ingram, you call out, and you hesitantly knock on the door to his study. There's no response. When you enter the room, you find him hanging from the ceiling fan, his body rotting from weeks of decomposition. Record in your campaign log that you found Nigel Ingram.
Fine.
Uh-oh.
What?
Each investigator suffers one mental trauma from the shock of their discovery. I'm at 6 now. So I'm going to start with a mental trauma because I'm now at my 6.
So wait a second. Say that one more time.
Each investigator suffers one mental trauma from the shock of their discovery.
We get one. That's it. I mean, it's just one mental trauma. Yeah.
Does that mean that we start with one mental trauma on the next game? Do we start with mental? Okay. Yeah. All right. Each investigator earns 2 additional experience as they gain insight into the machinations of the Tattered King.
Okay.
And it looks like we've got 2 victory points here.
All right.
Remove... Okay, so this is a messy one here. Remove all squid heads, broken tablets. Where's the broken tablet? We had broken tablet. No, we took it out.
We removed them all last time.
Remove all squid heads and cultists. They're all gone. Cultists. And squid heads from the token bag. Then add 2 broken tablets to the token bag.
Weird.
Yeah. Broken tablet, broken tablet. All right. So those will be added to the chaos bag. If Jordan Perry, an imposing presence, is in the victory display, record his name in the campaign log under VIP slain. Never popped up?
Nope.
Each investigator earns experience point equal to the victory value of each card in the victory pile. So we get 2. Okay. And that's it.
All right.
The story continues in the next Mythos pack of The Path to Carcosa, The Pallid Mask.
I cannot believe we got through that.
I was surprised. I really thought we would.
Super surprised, yeah.
I really thought that the key was to move on to the agenda. And maybe it is. I mean, there's a lot of resolutions in here.
Yeah, right.
And depending on how this one had turned out, we could have gone to resolution 1 if we hadn't intruded on that secret meeting. That could have been totally different, but...
This game is so cool.
It is. It really is. It really is awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Now, the organist had 2 sides. One was hopeless, I defied him. The other one is draped in mystery, where his fight was only 3, but his evade was 5.
Mm.
But everything else cannot be damaged.
Yeah.
Oh, at the end of the enemy phase, if the organist is unengaged, move at one location away from the nearest investigator. So you would have had to catch him.
Wow.
Well, okay. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is... That
was long, but...
That was long, but it was very intense.
It was.
And I was a little nervous that because of the amount of the Doom tokens that Brad was just scattering everywhere, that we would... that we were going to lose this. I really thought he was going to get us. And he almost did.
Yeah. Well, at a certain point, it just became... There's nothing else to do.
But it hadn't have been for good old liquid courage.
Yep.
Oh yeah. By the time these 4 showed up down here,
oh yeah,
the only solution was to attack him.
Yeah.
So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. I know we made a couple of mistakes, but I think we caught our mistakes as we played. But if you do have any thoughts or reactions, I know a couple of you have been saying that we've been playing the game really well. It's just we've either had bad characters or bad luck of the draw kind of things. But if you do have any comments, use the comment section below. We really appreciate that. And if you would like to support us so that we can continue to do shows like this, please check out our Patreon page at patreon.com/majorspoilers. You don't have to sign up, but if you would, just take one moment, go over there, see what we're trying to do, see what kind of bonus things that you get when you become a patron, and you can get access to even more cool things. all over there at patreon.com/majorspoilers. Thank you for taking the time to check out that site. Brad, thank you so much for playing. This was, as you said, really exciting.
Yeah.
Until next time, have you seen the yellow sign?